having gone below the surface and encountered a laboratory that had a certain demon in it.
Yeah.
This demon had been modified by the people of the city to turn it into a controllable demon. Unfortunately, it did not seem to work very well. There was a fight, some people died.
Yeehaw!
The mechanized Baylor escaped.
Someone wrote it.
So we find you guys, standing on the road, having, climbed up out of the sewers. I do not believe you've had a long rest yet, though you were contemplating it.
Yep.
No, we agreed to it.
Well, we wanted to, but we were waiting for one of the two people who can summon the Magnificent Mansion to...
Yeah, and the inspector came and said that he would do that.
Oh, he did say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
and I slept outside in the ashes of the dead.
Oh yeah,
Nice
no, we
passion.
did do that.
No, we revived. Mimic revived me and you. Spectre said that he would come back, and then we would make the thingy. So we all rested. That's why I have myself completely healed.
Cece, we
didn't finish our rest yet. We started rest.
Yeah, okay.
We ended it on, and the party will be attempting to take a long rest upon the start of the next session. You guys in the mansion, and I am sleeping in an ash net, according to my net.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I assume that we were already being healed, because,
No.
Never assume that you get healed.
Well, it's a good thing I still, I guess, have what I healed before-ish.
It's like, oh, but I didn't write down my hit points. It's like, okay, you have one hit.
And that's kind of the rule I operate on. If I forget to write it down, I have 1 hit point.
Oh, you're generous.
All right. Hold on.
So yeah, you guys take your long rest. Morning comes. You're all alive. You've had a successful long rest. There's a bit of a haze in the morning sun as there's kind of like almost a fog kind of having set in overnight.
What's he doing here? Gross.
Let's see. This would mean that I believe I'm at 3 levels of exhaustion now instead of 4?
Yes.
All right.
What happened with 2 levels of exhaustion? What?
Gilbert is super exhausted.
Remember when you die and you come back, how that's kind of... Wait, no, you haven't died yet.
Oh, it's Revivify. I didn't give you by,
Yeah, Revivify doesn't have doesn't really have a penalty besides, you only come back with 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm not actually exhausted from that.
No,
okay.
You're not fucked. No.
What's the one that makes you exhausted when you come?
The Raised Dead and Up.
Yeah,
okay.
all of them but Revivify will cause basically resurrection sickness.
The ones that bring you back after a period of time that a defibrillator cannot.
Except for Reincarnate.
Except for Reincarnate, but that has its own issue.
Yeah, well, Reincarnate, it's not even your body.
Yeah.
We have made a new body and shoved your soul into it. Have fun.
Yeah.
I just realized it's also a great way to avoid getting caught for certain crimes.
I don't think that's going to hold up in court.
I mean, hey, they have to be able to prove that the halfling is now a human.
Zone of Truth. Are you this guy?
Yeah. It's not like they have to send your body to Carceri. They can just send your soul there.
Counterpoint. If they can cast Zone of Truth on me, they're within a 30-foot cone.
Well, if you can still do that, it's definitely your soul.
You can't prove anything.
So, what are we doing? I got a pretty good feeling where that demon's going. It's bad juju.
Last seen flying west east along the river.
Well, first we should make sure, are we sleeping?
Yes, you did.
We did sleep.
It is morning.
Party favors are right there by the bit.
How much is that again?
What the fuck is that? 17 temporary hit points. Next to that rubble that vaguely looks like a table. Yeah.
Alright, do we want to follow him quickly or slow?
before we do, I would just like to point out how amazingly stupid this idea is, and I support it.
We can totally not pursue it. That would definitely be the safe option.
Yeah, but
I want to go on
that's-
record as
that's the
saying
Wookiee
that this is
road.
a very bad idea. I will do it, but is it
We
bad?
can go elsewhere, really.
Ooh, I have
Well,
an
we
idea.
can't go to the dragon. We don't have the ability to slay him. Let's see. We have a barbarian, a paladin, a drug fiend, a hippie, and a guy with a bow.
Ranger?
We're fucked. Let's do it.
Do what?
Let's go to Ifrin City. Collect the
could-
gym badge.
We could also go to the west, by that Feywilds,
And remain Galadriel? No thanks.
because if one of those boys is too much for us, two of them is going to be super oof. And I'm almost certain that he's going to free one of his fellow comrades, quote unquote.
I mean, I'd say the more concerning part is if your government was incompetent enough to put one of these in each of its cities.
I still can't fucking believe they armed this guy to the teeth like that. Holy shit, that guy hit like a truck.
Yeah, I'm starting to question your nation's R&D program. Why
Well,
do you arm?
The one that I was
experiment?
had shit much more under control. They never would let something like this fly. All the separate government entities, like they were partitioned, so I didn't know what the fuck these people were doing. But hot damn, like ooh. But yeah, questionable shit is questionable shit. We do what we can to get ahead. So are we committing to Ifrin City?
I said we commit to Ifrin.
Okay, do we want to go there the fast way or the slow way or potentially the really fast?
Well,
I nominate Minecraft.
let's scry on this guy first.
That would be the really fast way, and I support that.
Excellent. Let's do it.
All right. Under, I would like to scry on the cyber.
Well,
Scry,
before you
scry,
do that, do we have any bits of him in the bottom that we could use?
Wait, didn't we
Actually,
rip
yeah.
off his faceplate? Don't we have that?
There
You
is
loosened
actually.
it.
Yeah.
You never actually
Oh,
ripped it
we-
all the way off. If you remember, you
No,
just
I
pulled it
thought-
off one side.
Under, would he still have blood upon my blade?
Yeah.
On my hands.
Yeah, there's still like blood and ichor and stuff he left behind. He wasn't exactly
Yeah.
clean about it.
Ooh, Demonicker.
David will wipe his hands on someone. I don't know who.
Yeah, I'd just like put it in my hand or something.
David wipes what? Okay, David wipes his hands on Pete's hands.
Yeah, high five.
Yeah.
I just give him the cloth I used to clean my blade.
No,
Blood
thank you.
Stained in ichor.
I'd rather have be a high five. High
Not
five
you.
gunk.
I'm handing it to Basil.
There, now I get to be up here.
Mm,
Oh shit!
you
it's
didn't
alphabetical.
clarify.
Yeah, it is alphabetical.
Alright, so are you casting scrying on him then?
I am. I think that would be a 0 because we've met him, and then a -10 from having part of it.
It would. Let's see, it's a wisdom save. Alrighty.
Funny thing is, he's still got like 50% chance to make it even without a legendary resistance.
Then he burns a legendary resistance, and that is good for us.
Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't pass.
I would imagine so. Okay, what are you using to scrying him? What's your material component for this?
Oh, I have a crystal ball now. I swapped it out after the mirror broke when I.
Neat.
Oh, damn.
Okay, yeah. So you look in this crystal ball and you see picture of mechanized demon. He's flying along a river, and then he blinks, and he's in a different part, flying ahead on the river, and then he blinks, and it looks like he's still just hauling ass using bonus action teleport and a dash to fly very fast.
Alright, cool.
You can kind of see that he's still on like rolling plains kind of around him. But yeah, he has not yet arrived at a city, or he's left, or he's arrived and gone, but doesn't tell you where he is, just what his surroundings are.
Right. And there's no like cities or buildings of any kind that I can.
You see the sun?
No cities or buildings that you can see. There is a road next to the river that goes in the same direction as the river.
Yeah, he's probably not too far along.
Yeah, can we see where the sun is?
I don't think he's far enough away that that's going to be useful.
You can't tell where the sun is. In the sense that, like, you can't directly observe the sun. You can see that the shadow he's casting on the ground would indicate it's very similar time frame to your current time. He hasn't like crossed time zones or anything.
Right.
Pretty sure it's safe to say he has not yet gotten to Ifrin. That, or he's moved past Ifrin and going to Proc. But that's a long distance. I think Ifrin is far more.
Yeah.
Shall we head him off?
Well, that depends. Do we want to zap to where he is, like, almost right now? I don't even know if we're going to be able to catch.
Exactly. That's why I think we should head him off.
How would we do that?
Do we have a way to say remotes Scry and Ifrin?
I think I have to have been there to do that.
I don't suppose Dean has an item that was purchased from a corpse in Ifrin?
No, I have to
I
have
have
seen it.
name tags from Ifrin City employees, but I don't think that
Yeah.
counts.
That'd probably scry you then.
Scrying on a location only works if I've seen it before.
Hmm.
It's like a Nightcrawler rules.
Okay. Well, how much distance can we cover in a cloud form?
A lot.
He does have a head start on us. Dean, how much foliage was there in Ifrin City?
Wait, does Dean know anyone in different cities?
I believe I worked there.
Yeah.
I'm saying that as a player. But that is what I do believe. I worked there as part of the think tank. I didn't work in the same department as Dakota, but I was part of the same company.
If you know anyone there who might be alive right now, we could.
Oh no. Most everyone I know got fucked. I don't think I know anyone alive there, do I, Under?
You haven't been contacted by anyone from there. I don't know how else you would know if anyone that was there is currently alive.
Was there anyone that had a plan, like, to be in a bunker or some shit and just weather it out like that?
Yeah, that was pretty much everyone's plan, including the people in Give. You're pretty sure it didn't work out all that well.
Yeah.
Did you know anybody like really important who you think might have had a lot of, like a noble or somebody?
There was Azrael Zadawa, but that guy definitely died.
Okay, well,
That's
we
the
can
only
just go
important
there.
person I knew.
Yeah, I guess we can just
I'm
fly
sure
there.
he died.
Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. It was pretty fucked. I actually have him to thank for some of the shit I found out.
Wait, can we scry on the dead body?
No, they have to be a creature.
How much foliage was there in Ifrin?
How
Are you
much
asking
do
me?
I remember under?
You remember that it was a plains city. It's think like a city built in on like the conjoining of two rivers in Nebraska.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Rohan.
So it
How
was
did it
Yeah.
hail
mostly
demon invade?
grassland and shrubs. Not real. There's no like big forests or anything nearby.
Would they have had an orchard or something like that?
Potentially, sure.
Well, with luck, that might not have gotten burned. We can worry about that when we get there. But yeah, I think we're stuck just flying there for now.
Yeah, especially given what I think the refugee train we found, given what they were saying. Somehow I don't think the demon spared.
Do
Alright,
we
then
have
do
a
we want to...
specific game plan on how to tackle this guy? The main thing I'm concerned with is his fuck you sword maul thing from hell. That's
Yeah,
the
it
main
was
damage
really
demon thing.
bad.
Yeah.
Well, mostly, I'm thinking we bank on the fact that he has not rested yet, based on his continuous movement.
If he even needs to rest.
He's taken damage. We can attempt to slay him through pure exhaustion, to wear him down.
Wasn't he
battle after
regenerating?
Yeah.
He was regenerating during the battle.
Did he look any worse or better for wear when we...
He looked a little better than when you guys last saw him, but he still looked injured.
Hmm.
All right. That's good.
I don't actually remember from last session. Was he regenerating, guys?
I think
Yeah, I
we
could have
did
sworn he
some.
was.
Was he? I mean, Gilbert was like right in front of him the entire time.
I mean, that's something you'd have to tell me if you remember or not.
Okay, fair enough.
I was not right in front of him the entire time, but I think I remember Under saying that he was, or appeared to be regenerating.
For like the 12 seconds Dean was conscious during the initial fight, I could have sworn I heard that. Though that could also be the shadow demon thing that we killed.
Oh.
Yeah, I was initially thinking about heat metal to cripple his attacking, but
It's a
he's
demon.
more than likely immune to fire, and that's not going to work if it is.
Yeah.
Well, what do we have in terms of resources?
I got mostly support magic like fairy fire. Let's see what else I got.
Oh, I have an important question. Kind of. So did I have my mace back or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have my mace back.
Yes.
Awesome.
Let's see, I can boost us all for 15 temporary hit points. I can rope trick. I can attempt to hold him through, what is it? Olyak's Resilient Sphere? Well, actually, was he large or huge under?
He is a huge creature.
Scratch what I said.
Hmm.
I mean, I could maybe like turn into something or turn somebody else in.
I could haste someone.
I could definitely benefit from an extra attack per round.
Yeah.
And being able to keep up with him. I know I can do something about early death. I can provide some at least basic HP buffering.
Like I can do like subpar damage, but I have to hit to even do that. With a plus 8
I
to
can hurt him
hit,
if I can hit him.
I can do 3d6 plus 54 or something like that.
Can any of you transform into a huge creature?
I am a huge creature.
Nope.
I think.
You think?
Let me check my memory,
Yeah, I'd appreciate the double check.
and by my memory, I mean the monster myth.
Why do you
What
need
I'm
a huge? Why do you need a huge creature?
So we can
Oh,
have a
no,
kaiju
no.
battle, obviously.
It would
What?
have to be gargantuan.
I
What?
think I might be able to. I can turn into gargantuan stuff, but only with polymorph,
Mm.
which means
What
I
can
could
you
also
turn
turn one of you into that.
What can you turn into?
Well, the way polymorph works is it has to be something that's at your level or lower in terms of CR. So that's basically anything, in fact, as long as it's a beast.
Pete, do you remember what I said to you after you died that one time?
I do remember what you said.
Then you should look at Tome of Beasts, page 382.
Ooh, 382.
Oh,
I'm looking into
yes.
Titanoboa.
Oh, that, yeah, I already had that open. That was like the first thing I opened.
Oh shit.
Did the things
This
that I
is a
saw
big boy.
include things that are no longer alive?
What?
Did the things that I saw there include things that are no longer alive in this, like extinct
Yes.
creatures?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, does somebody want to turn into a Titanoboa? That would be cool.
Give me. just
We
a
can have
second.
a robot turn into
What was the
that?
page again?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, so this is a gargantuan beast. It has. Well, the main thing it does is that if you look at it, you have to make a DC 17 wisdom throw against blindness. Unless you avert your eyes. And then,
that's-
aside from that, it's just a really big fucking snake, and it has a ton of hit. But yeah, we could totally turn the robot into that, I think.
Actually, what are the restrictions of polymorph? I think it actually have to be humanoid, right? Or does it say creature? Because if it says creature, we're good.
Creature.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely polymorphed non-human stuff before.
I have an idea.
What is your idea?
I would like to summon Mr. Ed. My horse. My paladin horse.
Oh, okay, sure. You can cast Find Steed. Mr. Ed appears.
Can we turn Mr. Ed into a Titanoboa?
I can't think of any reason why that wouldn't work.
I don't see why not.
Huzzah.
Excellent. Don't do it now, though.
No. Alright, well, do we want to keep flying after this guy and try to go to whichever that place was, the capital?
Okay, I agree that this thing needs to be stopped. So we should chase it down.
Oh wait, Gilbert, this is perfect. You'll be able to ride it and use all of those mounted cabals.
Yes.
So is that the plan then? Are we going to fly after this guy?
Let's see. I can ride the snake. We fly after it. Buff the party to hell and back.
Although wait a minute. There is one restriction on this actually. What? Actually, hold on. I'll look it up myself.
It's CR12.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Oh, it has to be the same or equal CR.
The CR is limited by whatever the level of the creature is. So you or me would work, but not that thing.
Would it work if it had the same amount of hit die as a creature?
I don't think so. It doesn't say that.
It goes by the creature's CR. It has to be the same
Yep.
CR or lower.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like I could turn Gilbert into it, or I could turn Gabe, or I could turn War into it.
Well, actually, let's see.
No.
If we turned you into it, I can cover you with.
It's not a good idea to turn me into it because I'm going to have to make
Concentration checks.
concentrations.
Well, that's the thing. As far as we've seen, it does not possess AoE. I can redirect all of its attacks towards my own armor class. If someone else who stays out of immediate combat with it, out of melee, is able to, keep something, going on my armor class, like Spirit Guardians or Protection from Good and Evil, I can effectively act as the armor class for 2 people. And even if it gets past that armor class, it still hits me instead of you. See where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Given the size of the Titanoboa, we'd be able to, and its ability, you, myself, and David would be able to engage it in melee. And its choice would be either between the low armor class, massive hunk of meat and muscle that is David, or attempting to break concentration on you, which requires it to kill me first.
How many magical items are you tuned to at the moment, Gilbert?
Currently, I'm attuned to 3. Why
Do you think
actually,
resistance
let
to
me double-check
necrotic damage would be worth an attunement slot for now?
yeah, give me just a second while I double check that.
Now, this obviously depends on Under, but given how massive this snake is, I don't know if that aspect of mounted combatant would really work. Like, the snake is
dragon.
so long. It did work on a... How big
Yeah,
was the
it'll
dragon?
work on the Titanoboa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Huzzah!
Paladin riding a giant-ass snake into battle. What's not to like about that?
Yeah. Yeah, just don't look at it.
A mom would be proud.
Yeah, nobody would look at it. Just don't.
He's riding a living flashbang into battle.
Yeah,
It's like Grub and Mon all rolled into one.
it's like a disco ball, but it's alive.
I stand corrected. I am actually only attuned to 2 items.
I'm willing to lend you the the greater Pawalfi to you.
What does that do?
It grants you resistance to necrotic damage.
No.
What's a Pawalfi?
It's like a coat, some sort of like a, what is it under?
It's kind of like it's a style of cloak.
How do you spell it?
Let me get the text. Hang on.
I'm currently attuned to 0 magic.
That's how you spell it.
Pawalfi.
It's
Oh my
goofy.
god. What kind of weird ass word is that?
It's a foreign word.
It is actually a foreign word. Technically, it's drow. The name.
L.
But it's a style of cloak, specifically ones cut like this.
Okay. I could definitely
More of like a capey type cloak. Doesn't have quite the frontal closure that you would see on normal cloaks.
Okay, I can use an attunement slot.
To compare it to a normal cloak.
I'm going to change my +2 armor into an armor of necrotic resistance.
Okay.
Okay, so the Pawalfi gives me necrotic resistance.
And advantage to stealth checks, but I don't think that's going to come up.
No.
Yeah, Gilbert's stealth checks are usually done by slaying everything. That way there's nothing to see him. Except that one time.
I can do stealthy.
Actually, 2 times. I think I've tried stealth twice. One when we robbed the alchemist shop, and the other time when I double nat 20'd. Alright, yeah, so Titanoboa. Basil turns to a Titanoboa. I can ride him, protecting him from the effects, and
Under in advance, when we do this, can I just go on his initiative?
Um,
uh,
I'd have to double check the rules for an intelligent mount.
I think
The mount
way
is not
we
that intelligent.
operated that was that
If you're turned into it, it is intelligent.
That's
Andre,
true, but
I
polymorph
think the
does
way
change my mental stat.
I think the way you've ruled it in the past is that if the
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm
mount
looking it up.
initiative-
You guys continue with your planning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's no biggie
Right.
if it doesn't. I mean,
I'm just pretty sure that if you go on my initiative, you're slaving your turn to mine rather than you doing your thing and then me going along for the ride.
yeah.
Well, it's also if he goes on your initiative, if he slaves himself to you, there's a fairly strict limit on what he can do. He does not have a normal turn in that sense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll have to just tell me where you want to go after you take your turn.
Exactly. I'm not. It's a cooperative thing here. I'm not in charge. It's teamwork.
I wonder what happens if I get feeble-minded while I'm polymorphed.
Then you're feeble-minded while polymorphed.
Yeah, but I wonder if that would even do anything, though, because in this form I only have 3 intelligence anyway. Oh well,
Does it have an intelligence prerequisite?
no.
So you would lose 2 points of intelligence.
Yeah.
Becoming only slightly dumber.
Well, and then I would become way dumber after I turn back to you.
Yeah, so for an intelligent mount, you would just be able to pick whether or not you wanted to go with him on his turn or act independently.
Okay, but I would be, like, slaving my turn to his if I did that, and I wouldn't have a full...
Right, yeah, you would go on his turn, and you would move as he directed it. You'd only have the options for dash, disengage, and dodge.
Okay, well then let's not do that. He can just tell me where he wants me to go, and we'll just have to coordinate.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that does raise a question for me. If the mount takes the dodge action, is the rider also under the effect of the dodge action?
Depends. For a normal person on a horse, not so much. For a small person on a giant ass snake, it might. A lot of it comes down to what it is that's being dodged, where that dodge is being directed. It becomes very situational.
Yeah, that might matter for, like, advantage on deck saves, but for attacks that are only going to target one of us, I don't think that would...
I forget the term. There's like a term for, like, if you close your eyes and you know relatively where your hands are relative to you. That sense would allow you to... It is part of dodge. And it's really hard to do that for things that are extensions of you. Easiest way to take an example is go grab a broom, hold it only by the very end in both hands, and try to close your eyes and walk down some stairs without hitting anything. In that sense, you're trying to dodge the walls. But it's really hard.
I love the way Gilbert just said, like, okay. I was expecting to hear him, like, falling down the stairs 10 seconds.
And here's a broom. Just a
Oh,
second.
boy.
Let's apply this science.
Yeah, hello 911. Yeah, I think my friend...
Alright.
Point is that
mentioned
sense doesn't
himself, he
extend
may
to
use
objects that you are holding or anything. It's the same reason why you don't wear ties while working a lathe, or you don't wear baggy clothing around other types of gripping machine, or have long hair even.
medical... yeah.
And I'm just trying to keep it from touching the walls?
Anything. You don't want it to hit anything. You're dodging.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a problem because of the overhang. Hold on.
Exactly. It's not a trivial task to do this, especially if you don't want to fall down the stairs.
Let the Force guide you, Gilbert. Or your underphone.
I did it. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, do we want to go after this guy?
That was actually really hard though. Was trying not to lose my own balance. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, now that we're ready to leave, and we've probably wasted a lot of time talking about this, I'll windwalk everybody, and we can continue along.
We haven't wasted time. We've planned and coordinated. Oh,
Okay.
Sneak.
Dean, do you know what you're going to be concentrating on?
Haste, I'm assuming?
Actually, yeah, I suppose haste would work.
Only on
I
one
guess
of us.
Well, let's see. You can run away like a real big pansy, and you have a 40-foot movement speed. I think it might make more sense to go on you. Plus, it lets you continue to spam your constriction on it.
Sweet.
I'd say let's have a super duper fast Titanoboa.
Oh, do you want to put haste on me while I'm training?
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question. What do we do whenever the demon goes in the air because it sees a big fucking snake?
So,
Shoot him.
I was going to just attempt the same maneuver I did with the dragon. If Gavid's nearby, Dimension Door with Gavid onto its back.
Hmm.
So if we're able to get Gavid up on the Titanoboa as well, this thing's going to have a very bad day.
Do you think it'd be better if I cast Fly on the Titanoboa?
Fly on the Titanoboa.
I think
Flying
haste would be a good idea. But fly is also kind of cool sounding.
I'm good with either.
I think haste might be better.
Alright then.
Haste gives you an extra attack, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. A Titanoboa. On its bite attack, if it's huge or smaller, you can swallow this thing whole and start digesting it inside your body.
Oh shit, you're right.
That'd be a bad idea though. I would never
Until it tears its way out of your gut.
I'm down for this. I'm gonna go eat a demon.
Like that. I'll try not to jump down your throat this time.
More, you've seen Naruto, right?
Yeah.
I mean, mister. I've just realized it now, but I think I might be turning Basil into Orochimaru.
Oh god.
It's fucking big fucking
That is
snake
so
man.
cool.
I don't do that tongue thing.
Oh god, he's gonna develop a penchant for little boys now too.
Ah, gross.
But I mean, that's what Orochimaru does.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like barfing up a sword, and then or barfing up a snake, and then the snake is gonna barf up a.
So yeah, he's done that before. But he always recruits children. He always gets them when they're young, trains them, and then sends them back out. He does. I mean, I'm not making that up. That's true.
One thing I can't do is
Alright.
bring people back from the dead. I don't have the Edo Tensei yet.
Let's go on.
Alright, yeah, let's go.
Onward.
Alright,
Slay
we
demon.
do that thing that I described earlier.
Windwalk?
Follow the river.
Alright, so you guys start following the river.
Over the river and through the woods after the cyber demon we go.
So you guys make some pretty good time. It still takes you almost the entire day before you see on the horizon, well, spires of a city starting to rise up, and smoke coming from one of them. So as you approach from the northwest, you can see that this is a junction of two rivers. The city itself being on the southern part of the junction. So there's the southern landmass, a western landmass, and a northeastern landmass, if you look at that way for the rivers. North of the city, you can see that the terrain turns from just like almost flat grassy plains to a little bit of undulation, and also you start to see like patches of shrubs and a bit more of a variance to the terrain and foliage. On a bluff overlooking the river and the city, you can see a remnant of a stone structure. And on the fields, as you get closer and closer to the great walls of the city, you can see that the ground looks almost burnt all around the city. And you guys have seen this effect before. This is a Demon Ichor it is more effective than salting the earth, and this is generally the result of it. So lots of demon blood has been spilled. The walls are in poor shape. There are massive gaps in them. A couple bastions on the walls look like they've held up okay, but in terms of keeping things out, the walls are extremely porous at this point. The city is largely destroyed, though it looks to be in better shape than Give was, whereas Give was completely flattened. You can still see ruins of cities heading in to the main part of the city. You still see standing structures. There's even in the center of the city a tall, the keep, the spire. The center of town is still mostly intact, though currently it looks like it's on fire from inside. There is a crossroads, if you look at it that way. There's a road going along the river you guys came. So a road heading out of the city to the northwest, a road heading along the river to the southwest, to the river to the southeast, and then across the river heading off to the northeast. Basically, the diagonal directions away from the city. Those roads continue they're the same width as they were outside through the city, around the spire, which forms almost like a traffic circle, and then continues out the other side towards the opposite gate. And as you approach the sun, map? I do not have a map. I didn't know where you guys were going. As you guys approach the city, you also see the fact that there is nothing moving besides the flames inside of the central spire.
How long have we been traveling?
You have been traveling 8 hours at this point. Your spell is wearing off.
Alright, well, but I guess we'll have to land.
So you land, and as you transform back into your normal bodies, you immediately sink 6 inches into the ground. Or rather, it takes you 6 inches of sinking before your feet meet the ground. The rest is bones.
It's a lot of bones.
We're in Jerusalem after it got sacked.
Basically. Also, to the northwest, you would have seen this as you were coming down. In the northwest section of town, there was a massive crater.
Like, how many?
400 feet across.
Was that where the smoke was coming from?
No, the smoke is coming from the spire in the center of town at the meeting of the crossroads. You know that is that was like the central authority building. This crater is in the middle of a warehouse district. And it's 400 feet across, looks maybe 100 feet deep. Whatever happened there was big.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the first order of business is to give everyone aid. So I'll go ahead and do that now, giving everyone 15 extra maximum hit point, and they recover that same amount.
All right. I'm going to walk around and slap everybody with a death ward.
What is a death ward?
Prevents you from dying once.
Susie, you've played Pokemon, right?
No.
All right.
Okay, so Cece, next time something kicks the shit out of you, and you hit 0 or fewer hit points, you instead end with 1 hit point.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and cast a See Invisibility on myself and the robot.
Okay.
Nothing changes?
Nothing changes.
Under, are these bones deep enough that I think I can make a bone angel?
A bone what? Sorry.
A bone angel? Like on the ground?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, I'm gonna make a bone angel.
Alright.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Basil flops over into the bones of the city's defenders and starts making a bone angel.
I think Dean's making a disgusted face without knowing. Like, really disgusted, like sneering.
I feel like I could throw up in my mouth just a little bit, but I'm not.
That spire, does it look like it was recently set on fire, or is it supposed to be like a lighthouse thing where there's supposed to be fire there?
No, it's not supposed to be on fire. As for recent, you have no way of knowing that.
So
What's the grade of the? What's the state of the architectural building? Can I tell from that knowledge of being an engineer?
It looks like some demons invaded the town and sacked it hard.
Yeah. Well, if anything important's around here, I figured it'd be there, but are we waiting for the other? I'm figuring that we're waiting for the other demon, are we?
Oh,
You
well,
didn't
I'm pretty
pass
sure
the
it's
demon
already
on your
here.
way in.
Yeah, I mean, has it been moving in a straight line, or has it been moving like it senses people?
We
It
don't
appeared to
know.
be following the river, I think.
Oh, the last time you checked, it was that following the river.
Yeah,
Could you try to scry him again?
Let's,
I could do that. But...
But
Yeah, no, I could do that.
So you're
Could
gonna
we
scrap
find
him?
could we find like a destroyed building, form perimeter there while he does that?
It's not going to take that long. But yeah,
Takes about
I'll
10
scry
minutes.
him again.
Yeah, is there a particular kind of building you're looking for?
Anything giving cover from the most of my concealment.
All right, yeah. There's like a broken, like half collapsed house near the gate.
Sure.
I'm gonna go in.
Just to be clear, this is not
move
Ifrin.
away from the big snake.
Just to be clear, what?
Just to be clear, this is not Ifrin. There was really more to do. Like this, we're not. This place is not Ifrin. We're not.
I think this is it from.
Oh,
I
this
would
is
know.
Ifrin? Okay.
Yeah, Dean,
Oh,
you recognize
I mean,
this
it's
is
Dawn
Ifrin. All right, so you cast Scry.
It would be rather funny though if Under just added a city to the map without updating it.
Well, I mean,
Will
there
he
might-
pass?
I'm
Find
sure
out
there's
next
places
time.
to do
Wow. Okay, so apparently scrying breaks the bot.
it. All right.
Does that mean we win?
I look into my crystal ball and it's just blue.
All right, 15.
That does not pass.
Okay, yeah, so it turns to an image of the mechanized Baylor in a stone room. The light, and there's like flashes of green light as he appears to be using his maul to beat on the floor as if to try to break through it. The floor in these flashes of light appears to be some type of magical seal.
Can I
like it.
tell where this is under?
Yes. You know that in the basement of the central government building, there was a secured vault that in times of emergency could be sealed with such a floor seal. It would appear
Do I
he's
know
trying
what
to
the
bust his
vault
way in.
has?
No, that was beyond your clearance level. All you know is it was stuff beyond what you were working on. Like, it was more secret, more dangerous than what you did.
I think it's safe to assume that there's people there as well, right?
I mean, when you look into the crystal ball, you don't see any people there. There would have been people there normally, yes, but you don't see any in the crystal ball.
Well, I'll inform the party where that is.
Yeah,
So are
wait,
we
so where
doing
is it?
this?
Dean, what's our commute time?
Oh god.
How long would it be for us to go there on foot under?
It's about a half mile away. Open road, so not that long. 10,
All right,
15
Wait, so,
minutes.
so where? Oh, it's just outside town.
No, it's at the center of town. You're right at the edge of town.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the doors and hallways into that area. How big are they?
Well, the doors that come into the room appear to be normal person-sized rooms. Though it occurs to you that you're looking at it from an angle that you wouldn't be able to see the ceiling, but it would occur to you that he could have very well have just crashed through the roof to get to that point if it's in the basement.
Excellent. Shall we in that? Oh, sorry, dropped my phone there. In that case, then, should we just polymorph haste, finalize the final buffs that we need?
Haste lasts
and
for a
then charge
minute.
in?
Yeah, haste only lasts for a minute.
I mean, with a creature that can, move.
I'm
at
not.
that
I'm not going to
speed.
make it there in 60 seconds if that's what you're saying.
I mean, he said it's a half mile away.
I don't think we can make a half mile in a minute.
Guys, how long is half a mile?
About 2,500 feet.
2,500, 40. 80,
Oh, I was like, how
dash.
long? Freaking,
That is
I could
tight.
mark about 2 hours.
Okay.
We could
Yeah,
do
let's
it, I
do it,
suppose, with the math, and when we're close enough, we'll just start it,
Yeah. Let's
so we
try
don't have to
get
waste an
closer
action
to the-
doing it.
Yeah, the safe distance of like 200 feet or something.
Sure. Are we all gonna ride the snake, so that way we don't have movement speed issues?
Yes, we
Well-
should all be riding this.
Am I
Or we're gonna
transforming
ride
now?
the sneak train.
Am I transforming
I
now? Is that
don't
what we're-
technically have movement speed issues.
Well,
Yeah,
how
that's-
fast are you?
He's got 80
45
bays.
yeah,
I think
that's
I can get up to 50.
Remember, we're only as fast as our slowest member.
Well, no, we're not. If you're all riding on me, then we're only as fast as this.
I just think that all of us riding up on the snake, because that would make a lot of noise, would be, yeah, it's like we're lining up for him to just walk out and just start smashing.
The snake is meant to be a troop transport, to deploy us to the field rapidly. We can set up from the outside. Just meant to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that guy was able
alright.
to sense us even without like direct sightline, I think, right? Like it sensed where we were at.
Well, hopefully
So
it'll
we'll
be
just
nice
hit
enough to come outside.
That's what we got to do.
That's why I was suggesting 200 feet. Get off
Yes.
the snake. War can engage from a hidden point. The first shot on it, and
No
then
problem.
Or rather, I should say, Dean and War stay at a distance to jump it from range, get off the first shot, and then Basil, myself, and David engage in melee.
All right.
That works for me. I can get a hot point and let it happen.
All right, we're doing
Let me
it.
cast Longstrider myself. I'll do that right now.
Actually, do you want a Longstrider me as well? I was about to do that.
Sure, I'll do that.
I think that's second level for that.
I think it's 2 first levels. I don't think you can upcast it, can you?
No, you can upcast it. It increases the number of targets.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
I can cast Longstrider as well if.
Wait.
have it.
Upcasted Longstrider increases the number of targets?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Because
when
the
you cast
spell
the
says it. It says 1+1 per spell casting level.
That's right.
Right.
So
but,
if you cast it at 9th level, you would get.
I didn't tell you this, guys, but the demon's trying to break in the vault. That's got like super top secret confidential shit I don't even know about. So we should probably hit it now.
Yeah, we should probably oof him now.
Yes.
All right, is there room for a big snake here?
Well, the snake hasn't. Oh, I don't know about the ruling.
Well, that was more a question for Under. Like, do I think I can fit in this location that we're in?
Oh, I thought
Well,
that was a
you
second.
guys are currently still at the edge of town. You haven't told me what you're doing.
We're fixing to
But-
get in there.
The room you're looking at in the crystal ball looks to be about 50 feet in diameter total. So he's eating up like the center of 20 feet of that. Standing on this magical seal beating down on it. There's probably enough room for you to get in there. Won't leave much room for everybody else, but you can definitely fit in there.
All right. Yeah, actually, I'm starting to have second thoughts. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all the way down there. I mean, we don't know how deep into the earth that.
Wait, why an hour now?
That's how long polymorph lasts.
They're not going to take more than 3 minutes if we're hurrying about it.
Yeah, I say let's make a move for it.
All right. I'm going to polymorph myself into a Titanoboa then, and try not to crush anyone in the process.
I think we all ride the sneak,
Okay.
and
Hello?
then I give
ahead.
directions to the sneak.
I feel like a snake like this is not sneaky in the conventional sense. It has reflective scales that blind people.
Yeah.
Well, it's already dark, right?
Yes, it's twilight.
Wait, is the sun going down?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been 8 hours.
Somebody make sure they have the light cantrip.
You don't know.
You're
You don't have
you're
dark
a
vision?
gargantuan disco ball.
Just for the sake of humor, I'm gonna flicker my sword on and off with a light cantrip.
Well, there has to be
Okay.
bright light present for that ability to work,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
is why.
Interesting.
It's not like I'm literally glowing, I'm just really
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
So you
look,
all
Slashbot
mount-
finally did it.
You, it's even worse. You all mount up on the Titanoboa and start snaking your way down the 20-foot wide boulevard.
I'll use the Gem of Trucing. The moment we get in the building, let me know.
Okay. How long does polymorph last?
1 hour.
Okay. How fast is the Titanoboa?
With the Longstrider that I just had cast on me, 50 feet is my base walking speed.
Okay.
I guess I would be dashing right now.
Also dash.
I can dash.
All right. So it'll take you like 25 rounds. So it's like 2.5 minutes to get down the street to this central thing. So as you guys are kind of going along, one thing you do notice is that around the outer perimeter of the town, you have like 6 inches of bones around. But as you kind of move inward, the amount of bones goes way, way down.
Oh.
Though the destruction still seems pretty total. Like, none of these buildings look livable in any normal sense. But fortunately, the boulevard is relatively clear. There's a few obstacles here and there, but nothing that really poses much of a challenge for a gargantuan snake to move around. So, it takes about 3 minutes. You guys are arriving just outside the government building. There is a large pair of doors that you know can be reinforced and have a portcullis. They are currently off their hinges, and there are like large gouge marks in the archway around them, as if something with big claws just sort of clawed through the stone, grabbed the reinforced doors, and pulled them out of their frame, and then just kind of threw them to the side.
Did that Baylor have claws, or does that match the description of the maul or whip he used?
It does not match the whip or the maul. No. He only has one hand with fingers, and I mean, it could make that kind of mark, but he also has a big ass maul he could have used.
Yeah.
He must have bit your doors off.
Actually, War, is your crossbow magical?
Yeah.
It is?
No, my big one is not. My little one is. My 2 little ones are.
The one that you prefer to be using to cap this guy.
No, it is not magical. It's a +1 master work crossbow, but it's not magical.
I forget, do +1 weapons like override that thing for when they're immune to non-magic?
Masterwork does not get around that.
Masterwork doesn't. Okay.
I mean, my plan was to just level cast magic weapon on.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Will they make it a +1, +2?
+3.
Oh, good God.
Also, that's my only use of a 6th level thing.
Have I ever
Well,
done this?
you just, yeah.
So, make the shot count, please.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that.
Andrew, do I know the estimated time for us from here to that place where the Baylor is, more or less?
It's like it's in the sub-basement. You have to go down 2 flights of stairs. Though you would normally have gone 2 flights of stairs. Looking into the room, you can see that off to the left, that is the north, you can see the flight of stairs going up and down. In the middle of the room, there's this big-ass hole that looks like it's been torn in the floor.
I figured that leads straight down.
You also can see in the ceiling, there's also a large hole has been torn in the ceiling. It occurs to you that the Baylor may have literally pounded his way down through all of the floors to get to where he is.
Ooh.
Oh my God, this guy just that tall.
Under, can I slither on top of this building and take a peek down there with all of the rest of us on?
You want to slither up the spire from the outside?
Oh, this is like a big... Okay, I didn't realize how tall this building
is. It's a 5-story tall spire.
Okay.
It's one of the tallest buildings in town, or it was. Well, currently is, but,
But he said he saw a hole on top of the building?
No, I'm saying looking in through the ground floor doors, you can see that the floor has a hole, and so does the ceiling.
Oh, okay. So he came in through the ceiling.
I'm saying it looks about the right size for a Balor to come down through.
Right. All right, then never mind. If I can fit through the door, I guess I'd like to head through that hole.
Yeah, you could. Are you doing it with everyone still mounted up on you?
Do I think?
I think we might want to get off, given your size.
Okay.
Oh, gargantuan, large creature. No, huge creature that made that.
Yeah. Well, the snake isn't that wide. It says it can fit through 10-foot openings without squeezing.
Yeah, which is good, because this is a 10-foot wide door.
Right. But they'd probably hit their heads if I did that.
It can. I think the last time I was on a snake in a hallway, I was scraped up against the ceiling in front of the door.
Alright, then why don't they all go in first and I'll come in behind?
I have a really Mimi question. I don't propose we do this, but how many creatures can Basil fit in his mouth without swallowing them?
Oh no.
I like this already.
You just love getting swallowed by me.
It's what up to a huge creature that he could have in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a huge is a 15 by 15. So if you guys are medium, that would translate to 9 of you.
All right.
Should we do it?
I think I have an idea. Dean might be safest inside of its mouth. If it actually, no, this is dumb. This is really dumb. After all,
this
we
is
want
a
to try
really
to
bad
swallow
idea.
the thing, right?
I'm not going
I
to
mean,
swallow
it's
you.
amazing. It's Mimi. But we're trying to swallow the Balor, right?
Well, I can spit you out.
No, we're not trying to swallow the Baylor. Good God,
No,
no.
I'm trying to swallow the Baylor.
You are? Aren't you?
Yes.
He can just teleport out.
Oh, well, no, he has to be able to see, I think. It'll be
Also,
fun
that guy
anyway.
can do a fuck ton damage, too.
Yeah, now
He's
I'm just
guaranteed to
getting
hit
this,
you unless he not one.
Now I'm just getting the image of like Basil swallowing the Balor and then Gavin and Gilbert just walking down his mouth to engage it in melee.
The Baylor gets swallowed, and then one of you like come up its throat to fight it.
Yeah, exactly. You could see like the stretching and like the contortions inside your stomach as the
I
fight
hate that.
happens.
This is turning into the end of Men in Black.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I want my gun back.
Yeah, let's
You just had to go and get your gun.
let's try not to eat it. I feel like that might end poorly for Basil.
I want you try
Yeah.
not to eat it, huh?
Personal experience of being eaten by things. Breath weapons are very effective on their insides.
Okay, let's yeah. Then why don't you go in ahead, and I'll come in. So I know it's squishy.
Yeah, we all walk in, or at least Gilbert walks in.
Right, so we're
Okay.
not going to get inside the snake.
No, I think at this point, this is where we split up. David, Gilbert, and Basil in the melee group. Dean and War in the range group.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't think we have a whole lot of room for ranged options that are safe.
well, we have a 2-story lead on this thing, so we can have War open up combat by sneaking up to the edge, firing, and then the melee group pours in, with you
Okay.
supporting from the same ridge that War will be on.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess if I'm making sense here, so War goes up the edge itself. You would wait in like the room adjacent, but outside the room, and then move into support
Roger.
as we pour out of that same room to assault and melee.
Alrighty then.
All right, so who's walking in first?
I think War should walk in first. He's the stealthiest, and he needs to get to that rim.
Yeah, I'm heading to the point I was told.
Okay. Yeah, so you start to sneak into the room, which is a 50-foot diameter room. In the center of the room, there's like a 20-foot diameter hole that's been like, looks like it's been blown through the stonework. To your left, that is the north, you can see a set of stairs going up 10 feet wide. And underneath them, another set of stairs, also 10 feet wide, going down. There's another set of large double doors on the opposite side, also open, and you can see through them. There appear to be several skeletons laying on the ground, also nearby. 4 of them appear to be humanoids. 1 does not. From your experiences, that looks like a demon skeleton.
Does it look like a burner boy? A Gilbert Buster?
It does.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Of course, half of it's missing.
Haha.
But I don't know what those are, those Gilbert Busters. I've never fought those. So I'm just going to say there's
that's
a
right.
demon.
Yeah, there's
You know,
demons. So, give me a stealth check as you get over to the edge.
And I fumble and everybody here.
I would not blame you if you fell. I'm pretty sure this guy is fucking high ass passive perception. I would not be surprised.
That's fucking motion tracker.
My spoder senses are tingling.
Alright, so you peer over the edge, and you can see 1 floor down looks to be a basement. The floor is gone. All of it. Then there's down another floor. And you can see the occasional, almost like a white and green flash as this guy's maul hits this stone floor under him. And he's continually just pounding on it with this long maul. And you can see that in these flashes of light, you can make out, 1, that he is no longer bloodied, but he is injured still. And 2, the seal has large cracks throughout it.
All right, I'm going to try to get into position so they can get in. Kind of give them hand gestures that shit's getting bad.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get in position. You can gesture your hands. Everyone can hear the almost rhythmic thumping the mechanized Baylor is making on the ground.
I see the scene from Hunter x Hunter in my head when Gollum fought Picto.
Oh yeah, just
The light, you know, when Killua showed up, what he saw from a distance.
You can also see the sky above you through a hole and another hole and another hole and another hole. It looks like he came down through the ceiling or from the roof.
So this guy this guy just flew up to the ceiling and like elbow dropped his way through the hole.
It looks like he might have.
Sorry, it looks like he what?
I said it looks like it's very well what he might have done.
Cool.
He climbed up just to fall through it. He just didn't just.
No, he flies. He landed on the roof and then just proceeded to blow his way down, ignoring all of the doors and shit.
Thunder, the doors on the inside, are they big enough for us to ride the snake in through?
So, this floor has no like partitioning walls. It's just one big open floor. So yes, the first basement doesn't have a floor anymore, and the second basement, in the flashlight, you can make out that there's a 50-foot diameter room. Has no partitioning floors. There are smaller doors, like for humanoids, 5-foot doors, to the east and west. But those are closed and appear to be ignored by the demon.
I got a question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question. If I was to shoot him now, would I have surprise?
I mean, he doesn't seem to have noticed you. Either that or he's just ignoring you.
See, if he's just ignoring me and I shoot him, he's gonna be
Um.
really, really pissed. What do y'all think? I mean, if I start combat with a surprise round, I get crit down.
Right, Gilbert's going to gesture with like hold your fire for a moment. All right, I'm gonna whisper over to David,
Yeah.
Dean, and Basil for Dean to move up next to War at the start of combat, or near War at the start of combat. Basil, how does
Yeah.
dropping down on him as a giant anaconda?
I can do that.
All right.
Dean, you're gonna put your haste on me, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Under, can I hold my action like when we do this stuff? As soon as it gets within 30 feet of me, like leaving within 30 feet of me, I cast haste on it. Can I do that?
Well,
Because
you know
the way
that
I'd like to approach this is to not be nearly as close as War is, but be kind of like halfway between the melee boys and War.
Oh, War is getting the hell out of there because War has lots of movement speed right now.
We're gonna need War's range support, but okay.
I'm definitely going range. I'm probably gonna go up a floor, probably.
Yeah, just keep on relocating and firing. As long as you do that, you'll be fine.
Yeah, here's the plan I'm thinking. Haste the Python. After the first shot is fired and the Baylor's hit, we drop the Python on top of it with Gavin and myself riding its back.
That's gonna be. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm excited. This sounds like a great plan.
So mechanically speaking, I'm thinking this would be, I think.
Could I cast haste and dismount from the snake when this shit hits the
You
fan?
probably just dismount now, honestly, unless you want to go down.
No, how to
Dismount
dismount now? Yeah.
Ready your casting of haste for when it dashes. The snake will dash down the hole, and then we'll ready our actions for when the Baylor's in range to stab it.
Yeah, I'll wait for War to shoot. As soon as War shoots, I cast haste.
Wait,
So
how
that
deep
way
is
it
the
will
hole?
foil his surprise. I think that's what I want to do.
All right. Is everyone ready?
How deep is the hole?
It is 20 feet down to the second basement floor.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
even
that's
need
fine.
to dash.
I mean, the dash is mostly to build up a lot of momentum for when a gargantuan snake slams into him.
Well, isn't he not directly below us, though? Like, he's off to the side.
He is directly below the opening.
Oh,
never
God.
mind.
You're just gonna gravity
You're gonna go boom.
All right.
through the
Just guessing.
seal that he's trying to bust anyway.
Basil, Dean, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Wait. What about that seal he's trying to bust? Won't we bust it if we drop
No,
a
the
snake?
seal's on the wall. Or, no, the seal's on the floor.
Yeah, the seal's on the
It's
floor, also underneath the opening.
Yeah, if you
It-
can't
it
break
should-
through it, I don't think dropping a snake on it is going to do
That would be hilarious if it had 5 HP and that broke it.
that.
Okay.
Let's
Alright.
do it.
All
So
right.
Dean, Basil, when I signal him to fire, once the first shot goes, cast and dash.
Yep.
I'm going to signal to War to fire.
All right. Well, I think at this point we should just roll initiative. It'll just be easier to do it right now.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yes.
It's a good thing I was doing my reaction thing. Oof.
Hooray for ready to actions.
My thing do it.
Yeah, looks like Slashbot's being a dick. Use Bang
Come
Bot.
on, Slashbot. Eat
Aw.
dirt and roll a... Oh, goddamn.
But all
This
my
is only
rolls
because
are
I
in
invited
flash.
it to my test server.
Uh-oh, there's more than one Inish.
Mhm.
That's spooky.
Really? I think he only rolled once.
Oh, because it didn't go through for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turns out
roll with me?
Baylor 2 was already acquired.
Yeah, but there is something that tore the hinges off. Oh wait, no, we found its corpse dead.
Oh, hippity hoppity. David's gonna rip that thing off of Hobgoblin property.
Oh God!
First time I ever used Bang Bot.
This is going to be horrifying.
Yeah, that's why you
See,
use Bang.
this is why you worship Bangbot as your one true dice god, other than
But
Undead.
all of my rolls are in /bot.
Do you just copy and paste them?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
It's
not
Mark.
that
slow.
So
Because
you
it's
should
like-
make your attack
Cheat sheet.
roll. You have advantage.
Hence the cheat sheet that I have.
Oh, is that David's and Nish finally coming in there?
No,
Oh no, that's under. Never mind.
Yeah.
my niche still's not there.
Yeah, when is that even?
Who
When did
knows?
he type that? It's gotta. Oh, there it is. It took 2 entire minutes. It took 2 minutes to do that.
Yep. Okay. Well,
Well, I like my
let's
first
see.
one.
That is
obviously.
miss, crit, miss, hit, miss, miss. So you have 2 hits.
All my hits. These are surprise rounds, so all mine are crits.
The hits are crits. You still have to actually hit them.
Well, yeah, but once I hit,
Yep.
crits.
Okay. So 2 critical hits then.
Oh god, one of them got to sneak a Turk. You included magic weapon in there, right? +3.
Yeah.
At this moment, I think my reaction will go off to haste Basil, so I will do so.
What did I don't think I've moved. Or oh no, that was when he fired. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Sure.
He procs haste on you, and then yeah,
I did that out of order.
grand strategic.
I meant to cast whatchamacallit on him, but I did that out of order. So, okay.
Attacking first, I think, was a good call.
Well, yeah, I was gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him, so get me more damage.
Oh,
Doesn't
you
that
would have
overload
lost your
opponent?
surprise. Yeah, you would have lost your
no.
surprise.
So it would be the equivalent of yelling sneak attack and then shooting him?
Pocket sand.
Bucket sand.
No one ever expects bucket sand. Who the fuck
sniper-
keeps sanding their pockets?
The sniper, before shooting a high-value target, shouts "Sniper!" and then fires.
Okay, yeah. Your bolts rain down. He stops hitting the floor and looks up.
And I'm going to, since my first turn, I get an extra 10 feet of movement speed. And I said with everyone else when they were casting Long Strider that I was getting it. So that gives me 45, 55, 65 feet of movement speed. I am now going to dash up these stairs out of the way so he can't see.
Okay, so you dash over to the stairs and up the stairs. Let's see, so that would be 25, then another 10. So that's 35 feet of movement to get to the top of the stairs. You're now on the 2nd floor.
Is there a place to hide in there, like a little room or something?
Yes, there's a broom closet right in front of you.
I'm going to jump into the room closet.
All right, you jump into the broom closet. There's a little brief clattering as you knock a broom over. And you also notice that there's a corpse in here.
Skeleton.
There's a corpse in here?
Well, a
Does
skeleton.
not bode well.
Oh, well, great.
I knew
Well,
they
I'm
kept
done,
that.
so it's y'all's turn. So
All right.
fuck it.
David.
Would it be possible to give my initiative to Basil instead?
No.
No.
Well, wait. Now
Oh,
that
no.
he's out of the way, can I go?
It is
Yeah,
David's
like
turn.
because we were planning on jumping down before doing stuff.
Are you
Like-
using your reaction to move down
I would
as
be.
soon as he fired?
Yeah, I can't do that. That's not an action. You can prepare an action. You can't prepare a move.
Yeah.
Oof.
You can't ready the dash action.
All dash does is double your movement speed. So yes, you can, but it doesn't actually move you.
I can ready my action to stick my foot back and get down into a runner's.
The
It's like I'm gonna be so fast when my turn gets here.
snake
So,
coil.
but so far we're just attacking him from up above.
So far, War has shot him a bunch of times from up above, then booked it. It's your turn. You're
Yeah,
on the
but-
snake. You know what the plan is. You could, for instance, ready an action to attack the demon when Basil gets you in range.
Oh, you should totally rage now, since you got the relentless rage, and then ready your action to attack.
Yeah, and then rage, and then ready. Yeah, and then rage and ride him down to do your action.
You can rage as a
Alright.
bonus action at your level, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I guess. I was hoping to give my thing to Basil so he could quickly jump down and then.
No, doesn't
It's
work.
alright.
Well, that's pretty much what you're doing. That's what your held action.
Okay then.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
I'll hold my
let's see. He is surprised. He did not know you were there. Gilbert.
I ready my action. Slice and dice.
Okay, you ready
Oh,
to
yeah.
attack?
Bonus
whatever.
action something.
Yep.
No, not yeah. What are you doing, Gilbert?
No, I mean people were talking. Have to.
So you've readied an attack. Anything else?
Yeah, my plan is to quicken spell once my PDF decides to load. Oh shit. Oh wait, no shit. That's concentration. I won't drop that yet. Never mind. That'll conclude my turn.
Okay, Basil, Snake Man.
Alright, it's time to charge down there. I'm gonna... Well, I'm not gonna use my action to dash, because I'm already really fast. So I'm just gonna go down this hole and drop on it.
Okay, you leap out into the hole and begin to fall. You're aiming for him, right?
I'm aiming for him.
And he's taking us with him, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he is.
All
There is a loud, meaty thud as you land right on him, dealing 5 bludgeoning damage to both you and him.
Squish!
Alright, cool.
So I believe David and Gilbert had readied actions. They are currently in range to go off if you would like.
Yes. That's
I
okay.
very much would.
Then
Ooh,
please
Gilbert's
roll
got
your
that
attack
mountain
rolls.
combatant thing.
Yes, I do. This guy's a size smaller than Gargantuan. Yes.
He is smaller than Gargantuan. Yes.
Should we go at a time? Like, have Gilbert do it first, and then
I
I'll
don't
roll
care.
mine? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Yeah, just
It don't
roll
matter
ahead.
which order.
David will use Reckless.
Okay, as long as it doesn't require like any other bonus actions or anything.
I didn't do it.
David,
right.
you only get 1 attack. This is 1
Reckless
attack.
does 2. Okay.
Wait, are they both going right now?
They're both taking their reaction attacks from the readied action.
Okay.
And I'm a smite dat.
Okay. Alright, there it is.
All right, so you both hit. So you should roll damage.
Is he a fiend
Yes,
or
He
undead?
is.
he is a fiend and well, he's like a fiend, an undead, and a construct.
Oh my god. So I was kind of right.
So
They
I
did
do
make
like
this fucker comatose.
I do
They
like
killed his ass.
He's a fun struck.
What the fuck?
so I do like extra damage or whatever since my mace is like good for that. So
Actually, he's only technically a fiend and a construct. He isn't undead. But yeah, but he's a fiend. So yes, your mace does do the extra fiend damage.
this is only roll
You're
that I
adding
have.
your rage damage to this, right?
Oh
yeah,
yes,
according
yes,
to that typing.
Squish.
Squeeze.
Okay, that pushes him over to bloodied. So you guys have
Oh, wow.
rained down on him. Yeah, he was injured
Gotta make
already.
a roll.
Now let's see. Now the 3 of you. Let's see, because you did all hit him.
What
Well,
mace
I
is she?
haven't done
Snake
my
spells
attacks
an
yet.
attack.
Mace of
Yeah, but you landed on him.
Destruction?
I did that.
If he is bloody, you gotta make a roll, don't you?
Yeah, hang on.
Don't think so.
Or
Yeah,
is it
you're thinking of
25%?
That's
Okay.
AGR.
It's 25% if
Okay.
you. Well, no, she's using the mace of defront.
So
Necrotic
since
blow.
the 3 of you have touched or hit him with a melee attack, each of you takes 15 necrotic damage.
Thank you for that cloak, Dean.
Oh yeah. Happy to
So
do
7.
I hate it when you do odd numbers.
You don't have a calculator?
Oh, yes, but yeah.
Anyway, So, Basil, it is still your turn. That'll just happen like after you landed on him.
Sneak attack.
Excellent.
Snake attack.
Yeah, snake attack. I actually have a quick
Snake
rules
attack.
question.
Okay.
Haste allows me to make. I can make an additional attack, but it says one weapon attack. How exactly does that interact with multi-attack? And
It doesn't. You pick one of the other things.
wait, what? So you're saying I pick one?
Right. You have one attack. Multi-attack is. It doesn't include multi-attack for that. This is.
Okay.
That is not a. If you'll notice, multi-attack is not followed by such and such weapon attack or such and such ranged attack. So it doesn't qualify as a weapon attack.
constrict.
So you can do bite or constrict.
Okay. But only once, and I don't get anything else from haste.
Well, you get the +2 to your armor class. You still get the double movement
Yeah, I
speed.
don't get the extra attack.
Well, you do. I'm saying your normal attack is multi-attack. And then on top of that, you get an extra bite or constrict.
Oh, okay.
haste.
3 attacks. Yeah.
I gotcha. All right, let's see then. Let's make. What is that?
Oh, you get a grapple the boy too if you hit? Ooh.
You know, I almost think he could probably eat this thing and kill it.
Do either of those hit?
The 34 hits.
All right, excellent. Let's see, which is that?
Now, this is polymorph, right? Not wild shape?
This is polymorph, so this is not magic damage.
Right. I think you're missing
I'm
a
not that
D12
kind
there.
of dude. What?
I have the Titanoboa stat block open. I'm pretty sure Constrict does 3d12.
You're right, it
plus
is a
8.
3d12.
You should roll another d12.
Huzzah for under being merciful.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
Well, anyway, it's
You do some things to it. Let's see here. So that would be 25. So it doesn't look like that's particularly effective. Does do some damage to him, and you have in fact grappled him.
cool.
You get one more attack with advantage.
I do. Because he's not just grappled, but he is also, in fact, restrained.
Ooh. That will hit.
All right, let's see here. It is. There's some more non-magical bludgeoning for.
Okay. More non-magical bludgeoning damage, which is resisted.
All right, and I think that there is going to be my turn.
All right, Dean.
So I start blasting.
That sounds like a good choice.
Remember to blast with advantage if you're doing so in the. Oh no, you're making.
Restraint does not impose any range requirement. He has
No,
advantage.
I
on
was
his
saying for
attacks.
him to. Oh, you're right.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of prone.
Huzzah. I will Arcane Jolt the crit.
Okay. Well, the 27 and the 28 hit.
This is a tanky boy. Hot damn.
I'm really starting to wish I was that other kind of druid that lets me have the magic damage when I do that.
I'll do the force damage separately, because I think this guy's resistant to things.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 48 magical person.
Okay.
That's going to be 31 points of force damage.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I'd like to use my movement to relocate behind concealment.
So you move like 5 feet back, away from the opening.
Let me move like 20 feet back.
Okay.
Or around if I can.
I mean, that'll basically put you back at the doors. To the outside.
I'm trying to picture the battlefield map.
Think
How
of
far are the stairs from here?
They are 25 feet to your left.
Will that break line of sight?
Very much so.
Then I'll do so. I'll move there to the stairs.
Do you want to move to the stairs that go up or down? They're separate stairs, but you could reach either with 25 feet.
Up.
Okay.
I have my robot go with me. It takes the dodge action.
Okie dokie. Anything else?
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay. War. It is your turn. You are currently in a broom closet.
I'm going to step out of the closet and over to the edge. Can I see the monster?
I just want you to know we all support you.
All right, War comes out of the closet and proceeds, the 20 feet over to the ledge. Yeah, 30 feet below you, you see this mechanized Baylor inside the coils of a giant-ass snake. Okay, you have advantage. Those will both hit.
Okay, and that's magical piercing. Okay. And I am going to cast, since I didn't hit him a few times.
Oh, fuck, I know what I should have done. Ah, fuck. Oh, well.
I'm going to hit him with Hunter's Mark, which, I can mark him. It's a bonus action spell. And then when I get that done, I'm gonna step back into
where?
Into the closet.
How much movement
I'm
speed do
up
you
in
have?
the closet. 45 feet.
Oh, okay. So you actually have 5 feet left over. So it only took you 20 feet to get over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back in the closet.
All right, you run back into the closet. Okay, then we are to Gavid.
I reckless him now.
Yes, you
You
can.
don't need a reckless, actually.
Yeah.
He's
I want to hit him multiple times anyway.
Do what you
If
want.
he falls below 25%, he has to make a save to keep from going. Because she's using the Mesa Disruption.
You're rolling fucking. Ooh.
Well,
I'm
those will both
surprised by
hit.
how well this is going according to plan.
I know, I'm just waiting for. Oh man, I don't want to say anything.
I'm waiting for Underwater Foot to drop.
It's only going this well because he hasn't had a turn. Don't worry.
28 points of damage.
Nice.
It's like only when I use Slashbot does things actually work out. Even when I'm using Bang, I'm the only one using Slash. It likes me better.
All right, yeah, you hit him.
If only one of those was a crit, even though I probably wouldn't have any idea how to do that.
It'd be fine.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. At the start of his turn,
Oh, shit.
Basil, Gavid, and Gilbert all
Hit me.
take 24 necrotic damage as a result of his aura.
12.
Thank you.
Cool.
At which point he
Cool.
will bonus action teleport to the left of the snake,
Oh no!
freeing himself of its coils.
That's kind of cheap. He just glitched out of it.
He is a bonus
Yeah,
action
you can do
teleport. It sucks for you guys in terms of keeping him
Oh.
restrained.
Vanellope.
So he's also now no longer under like the middle of the opening.
Crap.
All according to plan.
He then decides to target Gilbert and beat him with a stick.
Oh boy!
He hits with radiant damage.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Gilbert is oofed first shot.
Okay, do
Oh
those hit.
my!
Oh my!
Allow me to double check because I keep forgetting when the max I can make my armor class.
Oh my!
Yes, those both hit.
Okay. So first the bludgeoning damage, which is a total of 39.
39, alright.
And then I'm going to require 2 constitution saves from you, in addition to 73 necrotic damage.
Give me just a second. 73 divided by 2.
I hope we can do this. We had a hell of a time last time. Ain't nothing changed.
Oh, it's 15 and 21, right?
36
So,
damage. Necrotic.
yep.
2 con save.
Yes.
Oh,
I want to point out that the last time we fought this guy, we had more people.
it's okay. He's already bloodied.
Not really.
Yeah.
2 of them ran away. Like, well, you're one of the one that ran away.
All right, Gilbert.
Yeah,
Your
I didn't run
anything
away till
else?
y'all started.
Or is that it? Is that your saves?
Yeah, I think I'll treat these as.
Okay. Your maximum HP is reduced by the necrotic damage you took, which I believe is 36.
It is.
Okay.
Alright.
Seeing that you are still up, he is then going to whip you.
That also hits.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is 18 slashing and 8 fire damage, and then I need a strength save from you.
Damn, Gilbert.
This is all going according to plan as far as I'm concerned. Although, mister, you're probably going to lose that magic crossbow in a second.
Oh.
There goes my crit fail for the night.
Okay.
You might want to pull out the hand crossbow.
You are
mister.
pulled off the snake and land at his feet right in front of him.
Oh, snap.
All right.
Mister, the hand
And then I
crossbow.
believe you need to make 3 concentration saves.
That's
That
broken.
is correct.
Do you have
Oh, wait.
advantage on concentration saves?
No.
Ha.
Do you have a high concentration score?
It's decent. It's not like CR 25. Ooh. No, I don't think it makes
Oh,
it.
motherfucker, there goes my nat 20 I was hoping for.
Yeah, I also think the 12 will fail. Maybe not. That was against the whip. It's what, half the damage? So it would have been 36 for... no, the second necrotic, I think, with plus the 3d8 plus 10 would have
Yeah.
knocked it. So
Yeah.
you lose
That's
magic
right.
weapon.
Well, damn.
Yep.
Get your hand crossbow. You're still in range.
But it is now Gilbert's turn.
I stand up.
It does this damage.
I swear a vow
You can
of
attack 3
vengeance
times.
on his cursed flesh.
Wait,
Wait, why do I get attacked 3 times?
He does because he has
no,
crossbow
I have
expert.
twin. I have crossbow expert and 2 hand crossbow.
Okay, I was confused. I'm like, I got attacked 3 times? When the fuck did I get hasted? Who deviated from the plan?
Yeah, we should have hasted
Yeah.
him.
I'm gonna attempt to take his head off.
Go ahead, try.
Okay.
Well, those will both hit.
Why do you taunt me, Bangbot? Why do you taunt me? Yeah, he's gonna get smote.
So you said.
Mooted.
Smoke the Mecha Baylor.
You know, I think I had that exact roll last week.
Double ones. I remember the weapon definitely had double ones.
Okay, you hit him. He's actually starting to look pretty rough.
3 more of those and he'd be oof.
Do you have anything else, Gilbert? Oh, you also
I
take
shall
some damage.
Oh, right.
Because you melee attacked him. So you take 19 necrotic.
I take 9 necrotic. Yes, I shall use my free action to lambaste his cowardice for running from us and call him a pansy.
Thoroughly
Mouse
something
beats
else.
the pansy.
I mean, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That will conclude my turn.
All right. Basil, it is your turn.
All right. It just occurred to me, Gilbert, you have your sword glowing right now.
Yes, I did toggle the
Okay.
light cantrip on it. Oh.
Yeah, let me just take a second to remember how this works.
Let's see here. Is in bright light. Creatures within 30 feet that look at it must make a successful wisdom saving throw or be stunned at the end of their next turn.
I think that's their turn.
Unless surprised, a creature can avoid the saving throw by choosing to avert its gaze at the start of its turn. A creature that averts its eyes can't see the Titan Boa until the start of its next turn. When it chooses to avert its eyes again, it looks at it in the meanwhile must immediately make the saving throw. So,
Yeah, we forgot to do that.
yeah, we did.
Oh well. Yeah, well, it can go on its next turn.
Well, it also has to be looking at you. It can just keep looking at Gilbert.
It does also have to
I
be.
mean, it is a gargantuan snake, though, that's standing behind me.
Good point.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna roar at it super loud to try and get its attention.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my.
Did you
attack.
say you were gonna roar him?
No, that comes later.
It's roar then vor.
So then you attack, I assume?
I don't suppose it looks at me.
Yeah, it looks at you. It seems unimpressed.
Legendary, almost. His resistance.
Interesting.
Very.
He can't be stunned.
Yeah, but he does not appear to be stunned by your sparkling scales.
Yeah. I think it's blind, but whatever. Oh, no, it is stunned. Jesus Christ.
Oof. That's nasty.
Yeah,
It is a very
kind of-
nasty beastie.
I'll just passively stun your ass. What?
That
Anyway.
suck is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, attacks.
Attack.
All right, well, there's my net one.
Mhm.
Is that 29 hit?
The 29 does hit.
Let's see here. That's. All right, there's your non-magical bludgeoning damage, and that's another
That was the constrict that hit it?
That was the constrict. I'm doing
Okay.
2 constricts in one bite.
Okay, sure. You do not manage to bite him, though.
All right then. Bet. I already used my action to attack. I didn't have to move to reach him, did I? Like, he didn't go
You
that
did
far.
have to move, like 5 feet.
Okay,
Also, you take some damage.
that's right.
15 necrotic damage. And don't you have to concentrate on polymorph?
I do.
So you should
Alright.
be making concentration saves.
Do you want me to make just like 3?
I mean, I forgot
Okay.
to call it out, but if you want, go ahead. I was just going to make you do one.
I'll make like 2.
Don't forget the power of my charisma. You get a +4 all your saves.
Sorry, my power
Thank
went
you.
out for a second there.
No worries.
Because I'm just so inspiring.
So what did you say it was, a +3?
+4.
Four.
4 rhymes with vor.
Oh, I fucked
which
up.
rhymes with roar.
What did I? Does it not do?
You forgot the 2.
You forgot to tell it how many iterations.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know how to tell it how many iterations, but that's what the error message says.
Oh, after RR, it's space, the number of iterations, space,
go.
and then the roll.
All right, I think those both pass. I'm not taking like a ton of damage.
Right, yeah, you haven't been taking a ton of damage from the aura stuff. He hasn't hit you or anything, so you didn't take massive amounts. So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's what it pays to take like all of those features that make you good at.
Mm-hmm. Anything else from you?
No.
All right, Dean.
So I fire again.
Well, you go over to the edge. You don't see him. He's not under the opening anymore.
Make sure you avert your eyes when you're doing.
Can I relocate myself to where I can see him?
Well, here's the thing. He's in the coils of this sparkling scaled snake. So yes, you can. Are you sure you want to?
I'd like to be more than... Well... I mean, I want a metagame. I'm not sure if you'll... Do I know the properties of this snake in particular?
I mean, you rode over here on it. You know it's pretty bright.
I mean, I assume Basil could have briefed you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, then. I'd like to do so while being more than 30 feet away.
There is no such position on this floor.
Can you go up to another floor?
Error 404, position not found.
It's a 20-foot diameter opening. He's 20 feet down. D&D rules, it puts him at about 25 feet away from you. At the angle.
Indic.
Can I have the robot get me 5 more feet up in the air while I stand on his shoulders?
Sure, that would work. Fuck it, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, that's the robot's action.
Yes, it is. You basically had to mount the robot.
Okay.
You're standing on him, and you're shooting a crossbow.
There's a hand crossbow.
Okay.
Oof. 2 hits?
2 hits.
Okay, it's 45 magical person. And I will arcane jolt.
Mm-hmm.
And I will heal Gilbert for 10 points.
Okay. That's
I'd
good.
like to get back in concealment.
Well, after you shoot, I need you to make an acrobatics check not to go tumbling off your robot. It was not really meant for you to be standing on.
That's fair enough. I would like to tumble backwards if I fail.
If you fail bad enough, you don't get a choice.
Oof.
Do I think that cuts a mustard?
So you can't. You end up having to step off your robot from the recoil, but the recoil pushes you back away from it, so you just end up having to take a step down, off a big step onto the ground. So you're now standing next to your robot.
Okay. Do I have enough movement to get into concealment?
I mean, you can't see him now, but no, you basically have 5 feet of movement left.
Ah, fuck. I'd like to move the robot away from the spooky shit. But I'd like it to be behind me. Actually, yeah, I'll have the robot behind me. Fuck.
All right, the robot walks the 5 feet to be behind you.
Yeah. That is it for me.
Okay. Alrighty. Then in that case, we're back to War. War in the closet. What you up to?
Okay, so if I move to the edge of the thing, I can't see him.
Not from the edge you're at. You're a little bit higher up, so you can go. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. No, there's really no position on this floor you'd be able to see him from. The angle's too tight.
Can I move up to the next floor and get in position?
It wouldn't help, is what I'm saying. You need to be able to shoot wide, not narrow. You have to get closer down to be able to shoot at a long enough angle to get underneath.
So if I go down to the bottom floor, because I get into range to hit him, how far would I be from him?
To get into range to hit him, You would basically need to be where Dean was, which will require you to make that wisdom save to not stun yourself looking at the sparkling snake. You don't have... The robot's not in a position for you to stand on. Is that what you want to do?
Let me check my wisdom save first.
I can reaction Flash of Genius to boost it up by 5 if it's bad.
I have a +5. Okay, I'll try it. I'm gonna try it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it takes all your movement, but you can get over there. Fortunately, you have like 45 feet of movement, so... So first, the wisdom save.
I don't think my +5 is going to help that.
That is unfortunate. You stun yourself looking at the snake.
Oof. I hope it's there, kind. Oh shit!
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's behind me. Fuck.
Yes.
No.
So I'm sorry, War, but I think that's the end of your turn. David.
God damn it.
Yes. David is closing his eyes.
Okay, you close your eyes.
And I'm well, can David remember where the enemy's at?
Yes.
So how far away was him?
He was, you were still on the snake, so he's like 5 feet away from you.
Just feel it out and just start smacking.
Well, I know which way he's at, so David's gonna lift up his mace and hit Reckless and run in that direction. And then smash.
Okay,
Whatever he hits.
go ahead.
It's definitely going to be reckless.
They are flat attack rolls because you have a disadvantage from blinding yourself by closing your eyes, but you have an advantage because he's restrained, so it neutrals out.
So I can repeat whatever?
You get the extra attack. It's just the attack rolls are just D20 instead of 2D20 keep high.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me try and type that out. It'll just be /R, repeat, 2D20, and then plus my stuff.
No 2D20, just 1D20.
Okay.
No, roll 2d20 from attacking twice. Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
Confused. So just 1D20?
Correct.
I don't know where the 2 came from. I don't know. I have like it's like repeat 2D20 KH 1 plus 10 2. What is the 2 come? I don't know.
The 2 is just telling you to make 2 attacks for you automatically. So your first attack misses. Go ahead and make your second.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, your second attack will also miss.
Oh, what do I have to hit for it not to miss?
His AC.
22.
Dang. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
high.
not. That's high.
Yeah, take
He's got like steel plates all over him.
Okay.
At
At least I
end.
didn't get a nat 1.
Mm-hmm. At least that, because otherwise you would have hit Snake Boy. All right. So, at the start of his turn, the Snake, Gilbert, and David all take 15 necrotic damage.
But I didn't hit him.
Yeah, this is an aura
It's an
effect at
aura.
the start of his turn.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't hit him, so you didn't get the additional damage on top of that. So that'd be 7 for you.
Yeah.
I don't think it can fail that as long as it's less than 24 damage.
I was like, wait, why am I getting damage? I didn't hit him that time.
All right, and he will bonus action teleport out onto the
Damn
middle of the
you.
seal, and he is then going to attack the seal.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I sense a plot element coming to play.
He net 1, he smashes his own foot.
He stubs his toe.
Oh, it's about to go south.
Okay.
He breaks the seal, and out from it emerges Elmo with a gun.
Oh my god. Whatever we do, we gotta kill this. And then we can fuck off.
I have a sneaking suspicion that it'll be Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's Mr. Rogers, you know we gotta run.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see the seal starting to crumble, but it still is intact. Gilbert, it is your turn.
All right. I turn to face it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like John Wayne would have done, I stab him in the back.
Okay.
But first, I think I'm going to I think I shall bonus action. Fucking sheet just load. I shall bonus action at the fourth level, branding smite, and then I'll smack the shit out of him.
Nice. Go ahead. Try.
Hey.
Very
Is
nice.
he automatically decapitated?
He is, in fact, automatically decapitated.
It's because he dropped to 0 hit points, isn't it? It's not because the crit.
Well, here's the thing. So you did that. That was great. You're decapitating him. The head goes flying. All of the
Does he
runes
explode?
glow bright green to the point where it's blinding to look at, and then he explodes.
There we go.
Let's see. This is a 50-foot effect that goes through walls and floors.
Oh boy!
So this hits everybody.
The bromance-
Everybody
and-
needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Oh,
wisdom.
shit.
Yes. This is a necrotic AoE.
Is this versus foul meme magic?
Am I in
Very,
Gilbert's aura?
very much so. You
No,
are
you're
not. In fact, no one's in Gilbert's aura because he ran out to engage this thing in melee.
Am I within the aura?
Well, what's his aura's range, I should ask, I suppose.
10 feet.
Yeah, the snake is then. The snake's big enough that he is.
And I walked about only 5 feet away from the snake.
He teleported. So
No,
you are not
that's-
in
that's a
Gilbert's aura.
14. I
Okay.
think I'm going to throw some shit atop my 14.
Okay.
I think I'm okay with my 20.
14, 15, 16, 17.
I don't know
18,
about
so
mine.
19.
Probably lost.
Don't tell me anything yet. I have to see if I can scrounge out anything.
I'll go ahead and reaction flash of genius. Mister's wisdom save to make it 20. I think I'm fucked either way.
Yeah, thank God this thing has saving throw overrides, because otherwise I would not be passing.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
that
have
was
any
a
more
bro
rolls
bit.
that I can lump on top
That
of
was 29, but it fails regardless, I'm sure.
It rolled a d29.
And it got a 13. I think it's fucked either way.
Is that it for
Yeah, so I
rolls? So we got
Yep.
War has a 20, Gilbert is a 14?
19.
19, okay. Dean is a 10, Basil is a 21, David has a 16. Well, the DC was 20.
Yeah.
So, if you got 20 or more, you take half damage.
If only you were still riding me, Gilbert.
Why? That's for deck saves.
You're right. that
So,
is-
if you failed, you take 158 necrotic damage.
But if I'm raging, it's half.
It's a good thing
Which
I
is
was
79.
taking drugs. It's a good thing I also had that breastplate of necrotic resistance. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he explodes. A big pulse of necrotic energy comes out from him, passing through stone, flesh, soul, all around you.
So,
Then the seal gives way.
Uh-oh.
The seal
It's
had one
coming.
hit point
Time will be
left.
fucked
The
off.
seal had one hit point left. He missed it by one.
Are you naming us?
No,
Hunter?
I'm not. That's why I said.
know
That's why there's that pause if I rolled the 95. He did get a 96 to break through it.
I remember
my
you doing that. I was like,
God.
oh, something just happened that he's not going to tell us about.
So
One hit point away,
the
you get
seal basically
decapitated.
disintegrates under you, Gilbert, and you fall 10 feet to the floor below, dealing 1 bludgeoning damage to you.
Wait, did we all take that damage?
You took half,
You
mister.
took half of that.
Give me a second while I run the math here.
Everyone except David took half of that.
David also
David
took half.
too,
But
'cause
I
he's
took
really-
Yeah,
half
everyone
anyway.
took half.
Yeah,
Thank
everyone
God
took
everyone
half.
took half.
Well, I
Robin,
think Dean took the full of it.
Yeah, but I have a
Under-
breastplate of necrotic resistance.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
no, that's perfect actually. Everybody
Under-
either resisted it or they were raging or they actually.
Under the door's not the only one that had 1 HP left.
Oh no.
That knocks
Oh
you
my
unconscious and
God.
then death ward triggers. Woo,
So the death ward
ward.
triggered when you landed?
Yes, it triggered as I was knocked out by the fall.
Nice.
Oh my God.
You had one. Why didn't you heal yourself?
You're trying to kill
He had
something.
1 hit point after taking like 79 necrotic damage.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
1 hit point plus that, plus all the other shit. I mean,
It's a good thing I healed you instead of did damage to it, huh? With Arcane Jolt.
at that point, I would have been at 1 hit point when the ground collapsed, and I'd be unconscious now.
Yeah, okay. So I think we should fuck off. Maybe. Oh, wait.
Oh no, we
The
gotta
demon's
find out
weapon is
whatever-
gone, isn't it?
The demon is gone. All his weapons are gone.
God damn it.
Yeah.
He basically,
Under?
the head is gone. I mean, the head exploded as well.
I thought you were gonna say some shit like the head starts floating in midair and sprouts a whole bunch of tentacles. I need you to add this.
A
Oh
new
my
a new body grows beneath the head. There are now 2 of them.
Well, I guess we're gone, guys.
I
Can we
I
am.
fuck
honestly
off?
thought
We're
you
not-
were just gonna have him pick his head back up and put it back on.
There is
I
a stat that
honestly-
actually does that. It's not very
Oh,
good.
wait.
but
It just hit me. The robot's toast. I expend a spell slot to bring it back. In the course of a minute, it'll bring it back in full HP. But it's inoperable at the moment.
Okay,
Before we do anything, Gilbert should probably heal him.
Gilbert's unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh right. Someone should probably go
No,
pick
no.
up.
Oh,
He's got 1 HP.
The fall knocks me out. Then death ward takes effect, and I'm at 1.
okay, great. So you're currently in a pentagonal room. Doors on each of the 5 faces. And you can see to your right, you missed landing on this giant lever by about 3 feet.
I'd like to divine sense.
Okay, you divine sense.
Heal yourself.
This room is fine. There's nothing abnormal about this room. The room above you that you fell from, desecrated, as well as everything else in that range above you. Like everything that was above that seal was desecrated.
So the actual building is desecrated, just not the.
Well, the whole
inside
town
building.
is desecrated and got sacked by a
Oh,
demon.
Yeah.
lord. But he
The
can't
air
have the
is
whole town in range, but...
Oh, Gilbert,
Everything's desecrated.
is everyone okay? What's the
Yeah.
plan?
Yeah, I'm all good. It's not desecrated down here. There's some doors, and I almost hit this important looking lever.
I'm glad you didn't. Maybe we should rest. Holy shit.
David's eyes are still closed. Is it okay to look? Is the snaky still glowing?
The snake is not. The snake glowing is not a thing that has stopped.
Well,
Yeah, wait, doesn't your mage
wait,
glow?
yeah, it
So
did.
isn't
The bright lights all on the floor below
I'll
you
be
now.
right back.
Wait,
Oh.
doesn't the mace though of disruption shed light?
Oh, it does. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, you're still
Yeah.
glowing. Never mind.
Yeah, as long as you're holding that, you're not going to be able to look at.
So So yeah, I still have to close my eyes so I don't get stunned by your
Okay.
dice.
You don't have to close them. You can just avert them. You'll be able to like.
Yeah, just don't look
navigate
directly
just
at
can't
him.
Oh.
Can't she also like put away her weapon so it's not glowing anymore?
see. Yeah,
I mean,
but
she
then
could do
You
that.
might not be able to see. I don't know if she has dark or if he has dark vision. Gotta stop doing.
Gilbert's gonna start toggling the light.
Yeah,
on
I
and
do
off in
have
the
dark
basement.
vision.
Oh yeah, then
Wait,
put
what
your
the
mace
fuck
away.
are you doing? We're not in any condition.
You're
to
pulling the
fight
lever,
each
Gilbert?
David
No,
other.
no,
Don't
no,
do
no.
it.
I said I toggled my light. The light
Oh
can't
Yeah.
grip on my sword.
You scared the shit out
I
of
thought
me.
you meant you
dude. I had a
toggled the
feeling
switch, the
another
light
demon
switch.
was right fucking. Oh god.
Hey, I haven't taken any damage.
Gilbert never light switches. The
Yeah, you
party
did. You took some
dies.
bludgeoning when you jumped down the hole.
No, the snake took damage. Basil has taken.
Oh, I
damage.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
Are we heading down there, Chief?
I love having multiple HP bars. It's so nice.
That'd be a nice place to sleep. It's not desecrated.
Sure.
Hop
We'll go
on
down there
down.
with the grappling hook.
Gilbert, you should heal yourself so I don't crush you when I go down.
I'm going down.
Gilbert's gonna move out of the area and stand defensively around the lever.
Wait. That's not a good
I'm
idea
gonna-
for the snake to go
I'm
down
gonna lay
there.
hands
He
on
might
myself.
accidentally switch the lever.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
gonna go
lever's
down
in
there.
like dead center of the room.
I don't think it's a good idea for the snake
Yeah,
to go
it's-
down.
It's not happening. The snake is staying.
Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna lay on hands for 30.
Okay.
I would have like in character told him to heal himself if I could right now.
Oh, you can just yell it out.
No, I
Heal
can't.
yourself!
He is sneak.
I can yell at him, but I can't yell like
Shitty.
I
thing.
mean, do snakes speak Draconic?
Not this one. And Polymorph straight up says that you can't speak. I mean, maybe if I turned into a parrot, but other than that.
All right. Well, I'd like to situate a grappling hook and some rope to get down here with Gilbert.
Sure, you can do so easily.
Yep.
You know, I think this is the hardest encounter we've completed with such a small group of people.
It was
I know.
really because of that nat 20.
I am glad that Under had it almost bloodied already. I was kind of scared. I was like, oh god, we're doing it for the meme. This is TPK. This is it.
Yeah, I mean, I did point out that we had less people than we fought it last.
Yeah, and it's
But-
half
but-
health, so that
But
works
we had a
out.
surprise. The surprise thing was
Round two.
what really helped us.
Round 2 has universally been almost without exception, our best round against anything we fight.
Yeah, we're the comeback kids.
With the one exception of those hags and their hats.
Fuck
Well,
those
round 2
hags.
never happened.
Yeah, it did. The first time we encountered them, they stomped the shit out of me. The second time we encountered them, they stomped the shit out of us and
all of
kidnapped
us.
half the party.
Yeah, and then took half of us, and yeah.
They're the only
That
people
was
to
bad
beat us
times.
in round 2.
Alright, well, you can all do whatever we're going to do down there. I'm just going to
We had a staff that we couldn't get around each other with, and we were trying all kinds of shit, and then
Yeah, those guys just kind of ran roughshod over you. All right, so what are you guys doing? Everyone but the snakes managed to get down into the pentagonal room.
I'm going to get M&Ms that are probably expired at this point, but who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to stay up here and watch pensive.
I would like to be in my clubhouse, which is the rope trick. I'll
Okay,
leave the
really?
rope down.
I'm going to lay on the rubble.
Dean just going to jerk off. And
Oh, God.
I hear it feels good when you jerk off in the rope trick, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh god.
Funny, coming from the
None
druid
to that
who
kind of
just
rope
got his
tricks.
massive anaconda.
Yes, this is the guy who was super jonesed to get swallowed by me for the second.
Oh god.
Yeah, so you guys think you guys think Dean's doing a dirty thing, but he is actually preparing drugs, morphine, and all this other shit.
Definitely not dirty.
There
Gilbert
is
couldn't
smoke.
think
There
any
is
less of
smoke
you, boy.
coming out of the hole in the rope
I
trick.
don't just
He's
see, like, his
hotboxing
head
the hook
sticking
rope
out of the
trick.
hole. Yeah.
Because that necrotic shit hurt like a bitch.
Out of curiosity,
Mhm.
what kind of stone am I laying on from the collapsed seal?
Sandstone.
It's obsidian.
Ooh.
Oh, that
interesting.
explains why the explosion didn't break.
I'd like to get a nice big hunk of obsidian.
Okay.
Let's call
I
like,
think Nala had all of our diamonds.
can I get like 20 pounds of obsidian?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm going to be right back. If anything happens, Dean's attempting to rest, and the robot's with Dean.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? You're just standing around this pentagonal room?
I'd like to take a short rest and roll every single hit dice I have.
You're gonna do that in here?
Yes. Woo.
So yeah, you guys can sit around for an hour. Nothing really happens.
All right. I'm gonna climb down there as a human, if that's what we're.
Sure. Rope
After-
someone put with a grappling hook, so it's easy to do.
Yeah, polymorph only lasts for an hour.
Right. Yeah, I assume you meant after it wore off.
All right, guys, I have an idea. Should we choose to continue exploring here?
I'm mostly
should.
fresh. If people need healing beyond what they just got, I can do.
I mean more that last time we entered a primacy R&D base, we unleashed a robot Baylor that proceeded to beat the hell out of them.
Well, if I remember correctly, it was Dean that did it. He's the one that started fucking with the damn thing, even after you specifically told him to let it alone.
We're not going to assign blame. We killed it. It was good fun. It died like a bitch.
I think the lesson to be learned here is that we shouldn't fuck with anything we find in this.
Exactly. Anything we find, we need to bury.
Yeah,
Or
well,
kill.
not even bury. We can just leave it. Snow. And if like shit gets weird, then we can just.
This is true. Well, I mean, if shit gets weird, we should probably, finish the job.
We'll see.
Actually, wait a second. We've seen no signs of demonic activity, right? Other than I'm talking.
Other than the Baylor you let out? Correct.
Yeah, I'm talking like stragglers. Okay.
Well, the word demon boat.
Well, that's the thing. We had to rout a horde at Port Hamor, but it seems a little, at least to me, weird that the ones that would have been here in the primacy just disappeared.
You mean the demons?
Yeah.
Well, what's to say they disappeared? Maybe some of those bones upstairs were demons.
I'm not talking ones slain during the siege. I mean ones that survived.
Well, maybe none of them survived.
I find that kind of hard to believe. The
Mhm.
the demonic forces that we've seen, what kind of ratio of like troop types have we seen? Like the specialized higher forms of demons compared to things like mains and the really, weak shit.
About 100 to 1.
Like for every main, they had one thing that was
Yeah, for about every
actually a threat.
100 mains, they had about one higher level demon. Then you had about 50 or so of those higher level demons to every Baylor.
I'm gonna assume our short rest went off
Yes.
without a hitch.
It did.
All right. Are we doing anything that requires immediate attention?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna leave the rope trick.
Okay.
Now go ahead and get all the stuff I prepared, the drugs
Did
I
we-
mixed, and start
we-
administering them to myself.
Did we hit the hookah during that hour?
You have to get a short rest off before you can hit it again. That's what I'm attempting to
That's
do right now.
Okay.
Well, we did take a short rest, didn't we?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
did.
just completed one.
Yeah, so do we get it now or do we get it later?
Yeah, we can get it now.
How much is
Yeah.
17.
it? I'm going to ask that every single time.
That's alrighty. It'll hit 18 soon.
Demons don't just wither away when their connection to the abyss goes away, right, Under?
As far as you know, that's correct.
They leave bodies, yeah. But what I'm
And
thinking
they-
is it's weird for there to be so many bones up on this.
Well, that's probably the population of Ifrin. What I'm personally more baffled by is when we were in Brobo, for example, they seem to have converted a sizable chunk of the dead populace into like demonic head bat, and the rest was used as slave labor. Out here, we just see rampant devastation, but there's also there's just no stragglers, no stray demons, not even a sign of a previous horde. It's just empty.
Now that you mention it, it is kind of weird, ain't it?
I mean, this would have been one of the first areas hit.
Can I collaborate that story under?
In terms of what?
If this was one of the cities that was hit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, some friends of yours had a mission to go assault the FOB that the demons had made up on the bluff. That didn't go so well.
One shot.
See, the problem is that demons don't really give a shit about their own. You can kill hundreds and thousands, and they'll just pour out millions.
Gilbert, you said from what you can tell, the entire surface appears to be desecrated.
Mm-hmm.
Have we experienced anything like that in other locations that have been hit by the demons? Or
Well, sorry, I'm eating some M&Ms. Give was desecrated. As I recall, Brobo was not, nor was Jedge. But they didn't nearly have the same number of dead demons lying around. It was mostly destroyed buildings and civilian casualties.
yeah, I'm thinking the demons did something here. 'Cause, this combined with just the number of bones all over the place and whatever the hell they did to all those ghosts back.
I imagine another one of these high-tech demons is sealed up here. That's what the what their notes mentioned, right?
I wonder if
That's
the demons did
That's
some
exactly
kind
why I
of,
was thinking he came over here.
I mean, I'm just. Do you remember the sequence of cities that you lost here in the primacy?
I knew the Ifrin City was one of the first cities hit. I fucked off right after that.
I know.
I would have fucked off in the north. Under, as a player, whenever Dean was fleeing from the north, were those cities nearby also destroyed? I imagine they were, definitely.
You would have not fled north. That's where the demons were coming from.
Oh. So
Directly north of Ifrin. Believe it or not, Zingrafar is almost directly north of Ifrin City.
Like right in the middle of that desert region?
Yeah, like if you go and straight up from Ifrin City to the middle of that desert area, that's almost adjacent to where Zingrafar is, which was the source of the demon horde. They came down from the north, swept through Zu, Akust, Ifrin, Give, almost immediately hit those 4 areas. Once Ifrin fell, basically the rest of the primacy collapsed. So you would have actually fled to the southwest towards Ulabi, and then would have gone northwest across the plains to Use, and then finally to the river, making your way around the horde.
I see.
Huh. Once you were away from the horde, you would have headed north to, try to get to civilization. But
yeah.
Under, you said there was a crater on the surface, right?
I did.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that this wasn't a battle, it was ground zero.
Ground zero?
Yeah, I think the demons, bombed this place somehow. Some kind of massive AoE.
I mean, the only abyssal bomb I know I've ever used was in Elcott, and that's what got rid of their library.
Well, what else would make a crater like that and then turn seemingly everything in the city into... I mean, this couldn't have happened long enough ago for that kind of advanced decomposition.
How wide was the diameter?
It was about 400 feet and maybe 100 feet deep.
Actually, that's a good point. Under the bones, are we talking the same kind of bones that were in Give, or?
Yes.
Okay, so there's still fleshy bits on them?
A little bit. It's mostly that the bones themselves are still a little soggy.
Okay.
They haven't quite been bleached to nothing yet. More like they've been under, decay for a while.
It probably has to do with desecration.
Not even Meteor Swarm could make a crater this wide.
Dean, what was the date when Zhu fell?
Under?
Fuck you.
I don't even know what kind of calendar this world works on. Don't ask him shit like that.
I mean, there is a calendar. There is a date it fell on. Actually, I have that written down. Let me go check my notes. I have a calendar of the invasion.
Yeah, I ask because I'm trying to get a sense for how they were sweeping through and where we might be going next.
Okay. So Dean, you would have heard about Zhu falling around the 1st of Basalt 1387.
All right.
Current day.
While we're doing this, do I know whenever the primacy fell? If you have your notes open.
Yeah, so Ifrin City fell the 1st of Diorite 1387. You probably fled during Marble during the siege, just you slipped out type thing.
Where's the calendar?
I just posted.
First of Diorite 1387?
Yeah. That is when Ifrin fell.
Gotcha.
And you stopped receiving news from anybody in the Maglubli in Sandstone. Early Sandstone.
Yeah.
What's the current month?
The current date is the 21st of Slate. Well, actually, no. It's you guys. It's the 22nd of Slate 1387.
Oh, so the last we heard of from the primacy was like what, 2-3 months ago?
2 months ago, about.
Oh
That's
goddamn, that's wow.
well. That's the last Dean heard from them. You guys haven't heard. You guys haven't heard of anything out of the McGlubliate since Flint. But I'm talking when I say you guys, I mean basically no news reached Port Hamor starting in Flint. Like no, there's no contact at that point.
Flint was when the envoy ship returned with demons and desecration.
Yeah. I mean, actually, that happened in Granite, but by the time it got back to Port Hamor, it was early Flint.
Right. Damn, so we did all of that in like a year?
Yeah, it's basically been a year in game.
Holy shit. Talk about a crucible. Damn. Okay.
So, are we gonna explore this place, or are we gonna wait for next morning or whatever?
I'm trying to think if there's any civilization that could be left.
There might be a couple of like very important government officials in here. Technology.
Down here, maybe. If any city survived, or people, looking maybe at Blick or Lawn, way down in the southeast.
More than likely. Oh, I'll cast See Invisibility on myself and the robot since that wore off.
Oh, okay. So you cast See Invisibility. Yeah. There is invisible writing on all 5 doors. And on the lever.
Can you tell me what's what? Is it in Goblin?
It is in Goblin. The doors, starting from the north and going clockwise, are labeled Annex 1, Annex 2, Annex 3, Annex 4, and Annex 5. The lever has 2 labels on it. The first kind of seems more like a general label, which you would infer to, it's like a header size 1 type thing, and the other one's like a subheader. The main header reads Forward Operating Laboratory 2. The subheader is labeled Pull for Rapid Deployment.
Okay.
Don't.
Do I know what the code name Annex represents?
You don't know anything with a code name Annex. It strikes you that if you were building a huge subterranean laboratory and you had separate areas partitioned off from each other, you could refer to them as Laboratory Annex 1, etc.
Well,
it occurs to you that because it's numbered, it implies more of a organization, less of a code name.
Interesting.
Yeah, an annex just means like a wing or an attachment on the building.
Under what kind of lever is this? Like, what's it made out of?
It appears to be made out of iron. And on the handle, it has like one of those like paddles that you have to hold to unlock the lever when you pull it, so you don't accidentally trigger it.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, they got lockout tagout in here. That's good.
Yeah, well, I tell the party exactly what it all says.
Well, I don't want
So-
to have any rapidly deployed at.
Yeah, definitely not that. What was that about a forward operating base 2?
No, it's Forward Operating Laboratory 2.
Are there any ways to open the doors that are numbered? Like, do they have like a knob?
You
A
don't
hinge?
see any knob or hinge.
Just the lever.
You just see the lever in the middle of the room, and these are like obviously doors, but you don't see any like opening mechanisms.
Okay. Is this like an on-off type of lever?
Pull the lever.
Don't pull
Or
that.
does it have like 5 different, I don't
It-
know, angles?
You don't see any indication that it has different settings. Like there's no markings on it that would indicate different positions.
Gotcha.
So we can pull the lever.
Or we could not pull the lever. I think the
Gilbert!
lever probably opens the door.
What do you think, boss? Should we pull the lever?
I really think we should take a long rest since we're not in a time constraint, as far as I know, and then set the lever to the setting where it's a forward laboratory or something like that, and see where
Pull
that
the
takes
lever.
us.
You could always just like level the entire building and never come back here.
Pull the
We
lever.
could. Oh, I have an
Go ahead.
idea. Actually, I have an idea. I'd like to go on the.
Nala,
Annex
should we
1.
pull the lever?
I'd like to pop a familiar 10 feet away from the door.
Don't answer that, Nala. The trick
Nala, should we pull the lever?
Under.
Yes.
All I need is an answer from one of the bosses.
No, we should not pull the lever at this moment.
You are not a
Anyone that pulls
boss.
that lever loses their head.
You don't know. Wait, you just had us chase down a demon to kill it after it beat our ass. Now you saying your sense of adventure is gone and you don't want to pull the lever?
No, that's not what I said in the slightest.
We should explore the annex
We should
things
pull the lever,
remotely
right?
first. I'd like to start exploring Annex 1 through the familiar under.
Okay, so you pop the familiar on the other side. Does your familiar have dark vision?
120 feet.
Good. Okay, so he appears in a hallway made out of carved obsidian. Heading off straight away from you as far as it can see. To the left of the familiar, it sees a kind of like a piece of paper tacked to the wall, writing on it in Goblin that says, security doors stand clear.
Okay.
The
Is he
door
relating
is
this to it?
the door is smooth on the other side. There's no knobs or anything that you can see.
Oh wait, does anyone here have locate creature?
Not prepared.
No, not me.
Nala, do you have
Alright.
locate creature?
Your familiar also can't breathe.
Oh, I'll proof it away then.
Okay.
When have I ever needed to find a person?
That is very interesting.
So that means there's no air in there, so we have to open the
There's
door.
no air in there.
That means we have to open the doors, right?
what
But
about
pull the
two?
lever.
Say again, Dean?
Yeah. I'll give the familiar a moment to regain its composure, and then I'd like to send it to Annex 2.
Okay. It looks identical.
3,
Identical.
4,
4 looks identical as well.
5.
It blows up. No, it looks the same.
Plot twist. Okay, so all these rooms go off 120 feet, and they have a security door to the left?
But which one has a new car behind?
No, they have a
In the
poster
door.
that says security door stand clear on the other side of this door.
So that's where the new car is.
So
Oh,
we pull the
well,
lever?
Your familiar has difficulty breathing in in 4 of the 5 tunnels. It was able to breathe normally in Annex 4.
All right. So if I'm understanding this right, there are 2 doors, right? And
There
I
are
just
5
popped familiar
doors.
past door 1.
There are 5 doors labeled
Yeah, I know that.
Annex 1 through 5. You've popped your familiar on the other side of all 5 of them. In Annex 1, 2, 3, and 5, you see your familiar sees a long tunnel, longer than its dark vision, carved out of obsidian.
Oh, okay.
To-
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
On the wall is a poster on all 4 of those hallways. It says security doors stand clear. In those 4, it couldn't breathe. In Annex 4, the only difference was it can breathe.
All right. Well, I'll let the party know what's up.
So, I'm confused. Where are we?
We're in Ifrin City.
Where?
We hunted. Oh yeah. Let me give you a screenshot.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
just
last
defeated
session-
Baylor. We got the obsidian bed.
Yeah, last session we
can
got
use
flanked.
surf outside of.
Oh yeah. I managed to decapitate something again.
Yeah, we're right at that crossroads in the red area.
We decided that due to a lack of party members, dragon slaying was a silly idea. So we decided to wander into an area previously invaded by demons because we make good decisions. And
Why
then we
did
released
this?
a cyber demon.
That kicked the ever-living fuck out of it.
Yeah, the cyber demon hit like a fucking truck. Well, it
How
did
many
like
talking?
40, 12 plus things plus AD8 necrotic.
Plus things when you were standing close to it.
He hit
Plus it
harder.
could teleport.
Yep, 2 people died, but they were fine after.
But they got better.
Oh, Nala, how many Revivify uses do you have? I spent 2.
What do you mean you spent 2?
I spent 2 raising party members from the dead. People died.
You had your own diamonds, don't you?
Yeah, I only have 1 left.
I mean, I have a clump of diamonds that can be used for Revivify a few times, or you can fabricate it into some actual diamonds.
I'd like a couple just in case you're doing your own thing.
Alright, I'll give you 600 gold of diamonds.
Huzzah. All right. So I think we articulated more or less that we just oofed a demon, a Mega Baylor, that exploded. In the process of exploding, it broke a seal, a vault of some type that we assume, that we know is a forward operating laboratory. And there appears to be 5 sealed entrances to this laboratory. And there's a lever that says rapid deployment on one end, and the other end, what was it under?
No. It's not on one end or the other. It's kind of like on like the middle part of the lever, like on the mechanism itself, like a label that says Forward Operating Laboratory 2, pull for rapid deployment.
Oh. Can I tell if I'll cast Detect Magic. Are these seals magical? These doors?
Yes.
Can I tell what type of magic it is?
Abjuration.
Yeah.
So are we inside right now?
Yes.
We are.
Well, more or
In
less.
you're in
yeah.
like a sub basement.
But it has no roof. It has no top. The demon tore all of that off.
Oh yeah, there's like a 20-foot diameter hole throughout the entire building.
From the top floor to where we're standing, because the demons landed on top and then just smashed his way.
We're currently kind of debating: do we advance deeper in, or do we call it here?
Pull the lever.
Oh, my owl can actually go further in the fourth one, right? Since it can breathe.
Yeah, why don't you try that?
Yeah. I'll give the owl the command to scout. And let's see.
Wait,
I'll cast enhanceability, the dexterity thing for him, and perception for me. And I'll also
Hey,
cast
guys.
see invisibility on the owl.
don't we need to take a long rest? Otherwise, we'll start suffering exhaustion from that day of travel we did chasing the thing down.
Yeah, but the familiar's doing the work. I'm not doing
Right.
any work.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we
should
should definitely do the long rest. I agree.
Okay, your familiar takes off down the hallway.
Mhm.
And away it goes. 500 feet it goes. Before it gets to a T-junction, going left or right. On the wall opposite it, there is a labeling. There is a label, and it has big 4 in Goblin, like a Goblin 4, and at the corner of the base, a half dozen goblin skeletons.
Oof. Well, I can't order my familiar from here, so I guess I'll roll D2 for it to see if it goes left or right.
Makes sense.
Actually, is there one where it doesn't have the skeletons?
No, it's a T-junction. You can go left or right at the opposite wall. Like if you're coming is a 4, and then at the base is just like 6 skeletons piled up.
Gotcha. It goes left.
All right, it hooks to the left, and it looks forward, and it can see that it's part of like a ring. Like the walls are slowly curving off to the right. Your owl glances behind it, and it can also see that the other way is curving off to the left. There are closed wooden doors about every 20 feet on the outer wall. That is, from its perspective, currently having turned left, the left wall.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess it'll do a complete circle until it
Okay.
can't. Yeah.
All
I
right,
think
so
I'm getting the feel of what kind of shape this is making.
okay.
I assume it makes a complete loop, and there's
So
just
it's going around, and it's getting to the point where it would be a complete loop when it sees light from the outside coming in. The moon, actually. And it flies out into the side of that crater.
Oh shit!
So there was an opening in the crater.
Apparently.
Wait
Huh.
a second.
How big is the opening?
5 feet wide, 10 feet tall.
Oh yeah, that'd be easy to.
It's a hallway.
Yeah.
Wait, could the Baylor fit down there?
No, it could not have fit down there.
Oh, okay. No wonder it had to go through the front door.
That would have taken way longer.
I'll go ahead and dismiss the owl then.
Okay.
And I'll let the party know what I saw.
The goblins build like an LHC here. Is that what?
I mean, you
I
haven't
guess.
seen any particle accelerators, but who knows?
Whatever they were doing here, they were tampering with things beyond their ken.
Yeah.
Pull the lever.
Let's not pull the lever.
Why don't we
I
take a
don't
long
feel
rest?
like getting put in a quantum superposition today.
You don't know that. You don't know that'll happen.
I do know that, and I don't know that.
And then the entire campaign derailed into time-traveling episodes.
What were we attempting to correct the mistakes of the past?
You are
Something
the
like
mistakes
that.
in the past.
We're
You're
the
running from the
mistake that
time
keeps on
cop.
giving.
You're running from the time cops at that point.
FFA Flashpoint.
Hey, ain't that a storyline to a TV show?
Time Tunnel? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an Irwin Allen TV show.
We're just
It's-
turning into the plot of Rick and Morty, aren't we?
No, it's
What is the
going
big
back. I
like
don't.
floating scrote head dude gonna show?
Please no.
Can we tiny hut or mansion?
We should do that outside. If that's what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go outside.
I just realized that the capital of Balathland is called Cardia.
What's funny about that?
Well,
What?
now I have a reason to make Cadia stands jokes.
Ah,
God, I love Balathland.
Pira is
Best
the
nation
capital
ever.
of Balathland.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the largest city. My mistake.
God, Gilbert, get your shit right.
All right. We're taking that rest now.
I would like to very much.
So
Yeah.
you guys are going
But
back
before
out
we-
into the city to rest, or
we should go back out of the city. I don't feel like resting here.
Why would you want to rest in the place that's desecrated?
No, we want. Isn't the city desecrated? We want to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
the
everything
bottom
is.
after the seal, like after the seal is broken down here where we're at, it's not
Oh, I
desecrated.
see. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we're.
That might not
That's
be a
why I
bad
like the
idea.
place.
Fair
We're
enough.
not fucked up.
Yeah, let's rest here then.
okay. What's your watch order?
I will
Probably
His
go
on
in the
third.
mansion.
I'll sit out on a watch. I don't care.
I cast alarm no matter what we're doing. No
I'll
ritual
take-
cast it.
I'll take a minute to cast Magnificent Mansion.
Oh,
Okay.
We can still take watches. We just have to go outside.
I'll have my alarm do the watching.
I'll have my servants do the watching. That's
No,
you
your
guys.
servants should do the washing.
That is you guys.
Also, Nala, you missed me turning into a giant snake. It was cool.
A glowing snake.
Yeah, basically.
Glittery.
A hasted, glowy snake.
All right, but yeah, you can cast the mansion. You all pile in. You have yourselves a nice long rest.
Did alarm at
Yay.
any point inform me that, things happened?
Your alarm does not go off.
Curious,
Gilbert
does that
only has
work
two.
across a mansion? I did not think of that till now.
You don't know. Actually, you would know. Yes, it would work because it just. Oh wait, no, because it has a range limit on it. Yeah, you don't think that's going to work across a dimensional portal?
Well, wait, did he put it inside or outside?
Outside of the mansion.
Right. So yeah, you don't think that the mansion counts as being within 1 mile.
Ah. The more you know.
Does that range mean that's how far away you can put it when you cast it, or that's how far away?
That's
it
how
has
far
to
away you
be?
can be and have it mentally
get the
ping
ping.
you when it
Oh,
goes
okay.
off. The sound it makes if it's an audible alarm can only be heard within 60 feet.
So next time I'll just have the robot and do that. All right.
Okay. But yeah, nothing seems to happen during your rest. You all have a long rest, getting back your HP and spell slots.
So I'm going to hit the hot box for 17.
Okay.
Whenever we leave this place, I'd like the Greater Puwalfi back, Gilbert. I would not be surprised if another demon was here, so might want to hold on to that for a bit.
All right.
Pull the
I'll
lever!
give it back to you promptly at the end.
I want to pull the lever.
It says pull for rapid deployment.
Wait, is it got like? Is it just a lever, or can you face it towards different rooms?
No, you can't. As far as I know, there's no like notch or visible thing to do that.
So I wonder which room is the rapid deployed to.
Well,
5.
it's probably going to be all of them, I imagine. That would be very rapid.
If we have like 2 days, maybe 4, I can try just disintegrating our way in.
That would be the safe bet.
Pull the lever!
We have no reason, no time restraint on our hands. I would nominate the 4th one if we're going to be doing that. That's the one that had oxygen going through it. The other 4 are, what's the term? Hermetically sealed? No oxygen.
There was a back door to the 4th one, wasn't there?
Yeah, that led to the outside.
Why don't we just
by
go
the
into
crater.
that?
We could. How steep was that crater under? What was it? 200-foot diameter, 100-foot deep, right?
It's a 400-foot diameter, 100 feet deep, so it's not too steep.
All right, then. That sounds reasonable.
It's like, what, a 25% grade? I mean, it's steep, but not unclimbable.
400-foot diameter is edge to edge, right?
Yes.
So assuming it's roughly a perfect semicircle, it would be a 2-to-1.
Yeah, except it's only 100 feet deep in the middle.
Yeah, so it goes down 100 feet over 200 feet and then back up that same 100 feet
Right.
over another 200 feet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's still not a comfortable walk, but it's doable.
Yeah, it's not a sheer cliff.
All right, we have some basic hiking gear to help the less competent people out, right? And a griffin if somebody's just completely incapable of it.
How high is it up?
The opening that Dean found was about 50 feet up from the bottom. It's about the
Can
middle
we
of the
tie a
ground.
rope to a crossbow bolt and shoot a crossbow bolt up? And, like, shoot it into something up there and secure?
I don't think that crossbow bolt's going to hold our weight.
Also, when I mean it's 100 up
fine.
from the bottom, that's still 50 feet below the street level. It's a crater.
Oh.
How about this? Gilbert and I will hold a rope. The party climbs down the rope one at a time. And then Gilbert and I take the griffin down.
Why not just go through the door?
So the door here, we don't know how to open just the one door.
What's the door made out of?
It appears to be made out of obsidian.
It also had some abjuration magic protecting it.
Have we identified the magic?
No, we haven't at this moment.
We checked on the inside of the door for a way to open.
No, the only thing that was the other side was stand back security door, something like that. There was no lever as far as I know. Or button or, lever.
Have we touched the door yet? Is it safe to touch?
We haven't touched it. You know what? Actually, that's a good idea. Could I have my familiar touch the door and identify through that?
Okay. Yeah, you can.
I do the thing.
You cast identify. So there's not really a spell that's affecting it. It's let's see. Where did I have that in my notes? Because there is another thing that's going on with it.
And then the owl gets possessed.
And then the owl explodes.
And the mind flayer comes out.
Then the owl is true polymorphed into a small nuclear warhead.
It loses its ability to fly, and then it goes boom. Everyone, please make a DC 40 dexterity save.
Okay, so you cast identify, and from what you can tell, it isn't so much a spell so much as the very rock itself, that the walls, everything else have been magically built and have several restrictions on them about how magic can traverse the wall or door. For example, Arcane Gate does not work through this material. Astral Projection does not work through it. It will likely interfere with certain types of divination magic. Banishment does not work in there. Dimension Door does not work through this material. Etherealness will not allow you to move through it. This material exists even in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, that would also mean blinks off the table.
This material will block gate.
Whoa. What?
Blocks all the
What
top
is
tier shit. Gets
This isn't just
circumvented
the
by a
doors
first level
and-
ritual.
This isn't just the doors, right? It's also the walls.
He casts Identify on the doors, but
On the
it
door,
looks
okay.
but Detect Magic is also pinging on the walls. This obsidian is apparently affected by some type of magic, and it's powerful enough to block gate.
That's crazy.
Pass wall will not work on it. Plane shift is interfered with. Stone shape will not work on it. Teleport will not work through it. Teleportation circle will not work through it. Transport via plants will not work through it. Tree stride will not work through it. Word of recall will not work through it. It has an unspecified interaction with wish.
Wait, it has an unspecified interaction with wish?
Yes.
See, that's how you get the secret ending where the dogs
What the fuck?
You can wish yourself in there, but after that, you can't wish yourself back.
I don't
can't
think
wish
you can
yourself
wish
out.
yourself
It
in
just
there.
You can wish yourself out, it just won't do anything.
Who made this?
Oh,
I still
Some
think we're in a
people that
magic
did not
missile.
want this shit to be found out or known.
Greg from HR made this.
yeah, I don't know about that. I'm getting more the impression that this was probably to keep something in.
Like a high-powered daemon machine.
No. I think there's
I
something.
am certain
very,
that's
very
exactly
bad
what's
under
going
there.
on.
Let's
The
leave.
notes from the previous
now.
slide had that.
Oh, so this is coming from Mr. Pull the Lever who wants to leave.
That's before I knew the walls were made of everything.
Oh,
now
so
I
that's
want to
what did it,
leave
huh?
because there's only a few things that you would need something to hold behind there, and everything that you could possibly hold in here is something I do not want to run in.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. There's a way in that place. We know of it. We should probably seal it if we're not going to fuck with this place.
Fuck this shit out.
So I say at least one of us goes through that back door just to make sure there's nothing going on.
I recommend the guy in the armor.
I'll go.
What about the robot and the familiar? There's no risk there.
Sure, that works.
Fine, you want to take all the fun out of it.
I mean, the fun last time cost us 2 lives. That was pretty expensive.
Oh, hold on a second. Did you check the dead bodies, the skeletons that you found for cause of death?
There were skeletons. I mean, I don't think I could have
The Gilbert Buster, I didn't check, see how it died. It looked like it was torn in half, so.
Yeah, it died of being demonic scum. That's. I don't care.
It was oozed by goblins.
Can I go back and look and see how it looked like it would die?
Based off of this identify spell, would Dimension Door work from a point inside the hallway to another point inside the hallway, or would it be interfered with just in general?
It looks like you think that as long as it wouldn't cross through this material, it would be fine. But if it tried to cross through it, the spell would fail.
Alright. So it's relatively safe inside, it's relatively safe outside, it's just crossing over is where it gets dicey, from the sounds of it.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, what I'm concerned about is the large crater was a containment measure. They were messing with something, that something went poorly, and so they scrubbed the entire annex.
Is that what happened? I thought that was a demon attack. I mean, I have no way to know for either way.
Not
That
the,
might be why
not the
things
dead
went
bodies
south.
from the siege. I'm talking the crater. Actually, under.
Mhm.
What side of the keep? Not keep, of the city is the crater on?
That would be the southwestern-ish area.
Okay, so basically the opposite end of where the demons were besieging from.
Do you remember
Sort
what
of,
was
yeah.
there before? What was there before?
It was like a market area. There was nothing important there.
Sense for why they put some with the self-destruct system there. They don't lose anything important. They definitely didn't detonate it as a defensive countermeasure against demons. Otherwise, they would have detonated something on the north end.
Yeah.
It's possible that their research was being done here. They had this explosion as a failsafe to try to contain whatever would go wrong. Then during the attack, things did go wrong. The explosion went off, and now we're left with this. That's my theory, at least.
It's so weird, though. The explosion actually leads to the sealed off area. Why would they do that?
Unintended consequence? Who knows?
Yeah.
If what I'm saying is true, then it would have been in the middle of the demon attack, which would have had bigger problems.
We could go in through the surface and find out what's in there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, let's do that.
So are we going as a
Depending on our
party?
findings, yeah, let's go as a party. Depending on our
Right.
findings, we completely seal what's left.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. So I guess we all slowly make our way to the crater, and I'll retrieve my grappling hook and rope on the way back up from this place, and then send it back down where the crater is in the hole.
Sure. Yeah, you walk over there through the eerily quiet morning in this city. Stone and the occasional body crunching under feet. You set your grappling hook and you guys kind of just shimmy down the side of the crater, using the rope to guide you and keep you stable. And you get to this exposed section of obsidian.
Okay. Cast see invisibility on myself, the robot.
Okay,
I'll cast it on myself as well.
sure.
I'll cast the invisibility too.
And
Alright.
I'll head down first. Fuck it.
Are we going in loud or quiet?
Try quiet first, but not like super quiet.
So yeah, you're looking at a 5-foot wide, 10-foot tall corridor curving off to the left in front of you. 10 feet ahead on the right, you can see a closed wooden door. 20 feet beyond that, another one. And then it curves out of sight.
I'll wait for the party to come in, and actually, while they're doing that, I'll have a familiar pop in 10 feet in front of a wooden door. Closest one to me.
You're popping it into the other side of the door?
Yes, on the other side of the door.
Okay, you pop it in. And you see a room with a large metal table in the middle and what appear to be filing cabinets all along one side. The other side of the room, you see a dozen preserved bodies. Sorry, nope, these are not preserved. You see 10 skeletons. But unlike the others, it doesn't look like their flesh was naturally rotting off of them. These look like they were bleached. And that entire other wall looks to be coated in a rusty red substance.
Okay.
Blood.
Search the filing cabinets.
Wait.
Can the owl open the filing cabinets? I don't think they can.
The bodies are bleached?
Well, the bones are like clean. There's no material left on the bones.
Oh wait, does that table look like a coffin or something under?
No, it looks like a table. It has 4 legs and a thin slab on top.
Just making sure.
Are they laid out on the ground neatly, or?
Why doesn't Dean make an insight check? Let's say.
Maybe he isn't feeling it.
Well, then you don't get any additional information.
Oh, I have
Are
no
you
fucking
feeling
clue. I'm
it
too
now?
concerned about the
Ooh.
filing cabinet.
Yeah, he really wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. Now you have no idea that Bizer's crumpled up over there. But no, your owl cannot manage to open the filing cabinets.
Okay. I'll look for traps on both sides of the door.
Okay, make one investigation check. We'll just use it for both. Yeah. You remember that like smoke powder charge you found and things like that before?
Remind me?
There are explosives wired to the door frame. If you open the door will explode towards you.
Oh. Okay. Do I imagine that this has enough force to blow the door open?
The door would likely be disintegrated, along with everything in a 15-foot cone into the hallway.
Oh.
Would that fuck up the walls?
A little bit.
Is it on my side or the owl side?
The explosive charges are on the owl side, but they are shaped such that the force is going to be directed entirely to your side.
Oh, God.
Can I disarm it on this side?
How would you do so?
With thieves' tools. That's the only thing I got. And I don't have my owl trained in thieves' tools.
Throw the switch.
Yeah, you can make a try. Go ahead. Thieves' tools check.
I'll throw
I
bardic
wouldn't-
inspiration at this.
Okay.
Throw the switch.
Fucking hell, I can't believe I'm doing this bullshit. I could completely disintegrate my ass. I'll enhance ability myself. Fuck,
Take guidance as well.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
back away like 40 feet.
yeah, you go ahead.
Slap him on the back like,
Okay.
you got it, champ, and then he'll back up as far as
Don't worry, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, I'll attempt to shield the party with my plate. The ones
Okay,
that backed up.
so everyone backs off from Dean, leaving Dean alone to disarm the bomb. got it.
Yeah, this isn't the first bomb I've disarmed before.
He is
Proceeds to
wearing
double nat
his
one.
his big EOD suit, right?
Okay, so sorry, is the 25 your Thieves' Tools check?
No.
The 4 is.
No, hang
Okay.
on.
The 1 is.
That's my check.
Why do you have advantage on it again?
Enhanced ability, dexterity.
Ah, okay.
You also have a bardic inspiration if you want it.
I think it'll be fine.
If that fails, I'm going to be a very sad boy.
Yeah, no, you're able to you cut like the trigger wire in such a way that it does not trigger all of the explosive charges, and you can open the door.
Okay. Could I retrieve the device since it's been disarmed?
Well, no.
Has it though?
You know that I should say this. You've been in this military. You know that you've disarmed the mechanism that will detonate the devices if you open the door. Likely, these devices also have anti-tampering, so if you try to remove them, they'll also go off.
Do I know what... It's gunpowder that's inside, right?
You're not sure. You were never privy to the specifics of these things. It's more powerful than gunpowder. You know that it's certainly got more of a kick than the explosives. What was it? The Gith's name.
Corporal Hugh.
This, thank you. Sorry, just don't have that section of my notes open. Yeah, Hugh. It's more powerful than the stuff Hugh had. Also, more unstable.
You mean more fun?
Oh,
You have like an intelligence of 20, right?
Yes, it's 20.
Yeah. You're also, like, if you were designing something to be tamper resistant, you'd put it, like, so that it's on the other side of the explosive from the explosive. So you'd have to, like, dig through the explosive to disarm that part, which might actually set it off. The anti-tamper switch is on the inside of the alcove the explosives have been set into.
Yeah. Alright, then I guess we'll follow on in the room since it's been disarmed.
Okay. Yeah, you can certainly
I'll
do
send
that.
the robot first.
The robot walks in and the charges go off now. The robot's fine, but the hallway isn't.
You
No,
never
you
looked for
can
the
walk in.
second tripwire.
Alright, filing cabinets.
They appear to be locked.
Unfortunate. Do they appear to be trapped?
Make an investigation check. Yes, they do appear to be trapped. They
I
will
would like.
basically explode and burn everything inside and out if they're opened. There's some type of magic glyph on the inside.
Oh, magic. I don't suppose Thieves' Tool is going to cut the mustard with that, is it?
Not really,
That's
no.
unfortunate.
But fortunately, because you had these, you had the little mirrors and stuff that let you see the glyph on the inside of the door, of the drawer. So you were able to find it without opening the drawer.
Okay. Do I think Dispel Magic disarm it?
Well, I'm pretty sure it won't hurt.
And then it hurt. A lot.
I'll take care of that. I will cast enhance ability on my charisma, and then attempt to dispel the glyph.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to roll for it. It's higher than 3rd level.
This is, excuse me, Kitty, plus 5, plus have proficiency, 7. Enhance ability for advantage. I'm going to throw a bardic at that.
Okay.
27.
All right, yeah, the glyph disappears. Then everything explodes.
Looks like somebody prepared explosive runes this morning.
Yeah, really. No, these guys are paranoid assholes, is what they were. Yeah, so I need everyone in that room to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is this against magic?
Yes.
You know what? I didn't say I backed up. I'll make the save.
I'll assume I'm in there. I was definitely in there looking through thieves' tools. And
Yeah, you were in there with your robot.
I'll flash a genius to make that 20.
Wow.
Alright, I'm getting my ass blown up.
Yeah, I got a 12. With 3 rolls, I got a 3, 5, and a 5.
Okay, so we got Basil, David, Dean,
The robot.
and the robot. Okay. Okay, well, the DC was 18. And it was a save for half.
Oh.
I'm just pulling. Had the wrong thing selected for typing. Okay, so the filing cabinets explode in a wave of force, dealing 76 force damage to everything in the room.
What's 23 halved?
Huh? I said 76.
No, like, well, you said, like, half of the... I'm confused.
So you failed the saving throw. So you take 76
Okay.
force damage.
Okay, should I roll it?
Roll what?
My 7d6 force damage. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Well,
Boom.
there goes my enhance ability.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Was
the
anyone
concentration.
reduced to 0 by that?
I hope not, because that sure looks
No.
like a disintegrate.
I took exactly half, actually.
Oh,
I
that's
was
good.
kind of close.
How about
Since
your...
we have a long rest, then everybody's fine with that. Doesn't
Only the people in the room got hit with this. Everyone who was still out in the hall is fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, when I see that blast, does that look like the kind of blast of arcane energy that would typically
Yes.
decompile one?
Yeah, it does. You also notice that the bones are no longer on the other wall.
Oh,
And
look,
the
I
table
think
in the
there's-
middle of the room is gone, as are the filing cabinets. The room is now empty except for you guys.
All right. Well, that could have gone worse, I suppose. Next time, I'll just send a familiar in there like a spider to get the files.
Hey, does everybody have like 2 minutes to sit in one place? And
That'd be great,
Yeah.
actually.
alright, everybody take 60d6.
60d6.
The crater outside, does that look like it was a crater caused by an explosion,
It was probably too
a
many.
collapse, or a disintegration?
Probably a lot of it.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Would I have advantage from my experience with a lot of that?
Sure.
While Basil's healing the party, I'm going to be mending the
Can I
robot.
also be guidancing myself for this?
Yes, you could, Gilbert. Well, Dean, did the
Wait, I'm
robot
not
hit
guided.
0 from the damage it took?
Less, never mind.
No, it didn't.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's fine.
16.
Yeah, it looks like something detonated.
All
Something
right,
really
yeah.
big and powerful.
Real big explosion. Right here.
Like an explosion of unusual magnitude.
Unusual magnitude by the standards of like
Medieval times.
normal. Okay, because I'm not sure if it was normal people medieval explosives or the shit we've seen unusual, or is it unusual by both standards?
It would be unusual by both standards, but for different reasons.
I mean, most medieval people probably don't know what an explosion
That's a use of repair on the robot.
Okay.
Explosions are wizardry and fireballs.
Well, since there's nothing else here,
Witchcraft.
next wooden door, I'll pop a familiar through.
Okay, you pop a familiar through. Your familiar looks, and the floor's coated in a thin pile of dust, and there appears to be nothing in the room.
Does there appear to be a trap just like last time in this door?
Yes.
How about bodies? Are there bodies in there?
No, the room appears empty
Like
except for
there's
the layer of dust on the floor.
Is there a thin layer of dust on the floor in our room?
As the dust is settling, yes. Yes, there is.
Does it look like the same kind of dust?
Yeah.
So it looks like someone tried to tamper with the file and then boom. Probably what happened. Alright, well, next room then. Next wooden door. I'll tell the party what I saw.
It might not be tampering. They might have been terminating their own work,
Maybe.
destroying it so it can't fall into enemy hands.
Well, after that door is the T-junction, which goes to a very long obsidian corridor heading back towards what you know from exploring with your familiar, towards the security door. And then as you kind of keep going around the circle, you come to the next wooden door on the right.
Alright, the familiar goes through the door.
Okay. There are 4 large, clear tanks in the room. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. In the
Dibs
middle
on the Abrams.
of the room, there are several chains hanging from the ceiling, ending in what look to be butcher's hooks.
Does there appear to be like surgical apparati? Or what do you call those surgical instruments?
You don't see any surgical instruments.
Nothing in the tanks.
The tanks appear to be empty.
Familiar will look at the top of one of the tanks. Does it still look empty?
Yes.
Alright. Now have the familiar pop out. And I'll go to the next wooden door.
Okay.
I'll be informing the party what I see throughout this. I didn't ask, but I assumed that door that I just went through was trapped as well, right?
Yes.
Alright. So behind door number 4.
Okay. You look behind door number 4. You see a room with 3 anvils. In the middle back of the room, you see what appears to be a small forge, and you see blacksmithing equipment spread around the room.
Does it look mundane, or does it look like it's been exceptionally well made or something?
The anvil and tools all appear to be well made, but don't appear to be exceptional beyond that. They aren't crude, if that's what you're asking.
I gotcha. Anything else in the room?
So, make an investigation check. Nope, nothing else in the room.
Hold on.
okay.
I'm gonna use that bardic inspiration.
Sure.
Wow. I might as well commit to the meme. I'm gonna flash a genius for 17.
Okay. Yeah, you see one moist skeleton laying behind one of the anvils.
Moist.
Yeah, like all the other skeletons you've seen in the place. It doesn't look like the flesh has been like disintegrated off of him, but rather that it's naturally decomposed.
Oh.
Ew.
He's
Okay.
moist.
So then the putrid smell in here is ungodly, right?
No, actually, the hallway does not smell bad.
Does it smell pleasant?
Oh, it smells neutral.
You said there's a forge here, right?
Yeah, in the middle back of that room, there's a forge.
It's super cold. It's not hot, correct?
Correct.
Can my familiar, like, rummage through the forge? Maybe in it? to see if there's anything?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Is it a forge or is it an incinerator?
Before doing this, I'll go and enhance ability intelligence myself.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so you're digging through the coals, and you find what appears to be a plate of iron.
Just a mundane plate of iron?
Well, from what it looks like having just revealed it, yeah, do you want to pull it out?
Yeah, sure, the familiar will attempt to pull out the mundane plate of iron.
Okay. It's light enough that the owl can lift it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Is it
it
like
pulls it out. Your owl sets it on the ground and takes a look at it. It looks really familiar. Really familiar. In fact,
Like the demon plates?
it looks like that plate that the mechanized Baylor had over its eyes.
Oh, shit. How does detect magic work? Can I cast detect magic on myself and detect magic through the familiar's eyes, or does the familiar have to get detect magic? Either way, I'm gonna find out.
You'd have to cast it on the familiar.
All right.
I'm pretty sure, at least. Let me just check the spell. No, it's
Doesn't
range of
detect-
self. It only works on yourself.
In that case, then I'll go ahead and take 11 minutes to cast Identify.
Okay. You cast Identify. Identify tells you it is a mundane plate of iron.
Oh. All right. Oh, I thought I had something there, but it's nothing really. Well, I guess there's nothing else in the room. You said forge, anvil?
Forge, 3 anvils, some forged smithing tools type stuff laying about.
Yep, right then. Guess I'll be done with that room. Is it trapped?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a number 5 door here somewhere?
There is, because as you kind of go around like the bend, you can see that in front of you, the ceiling has collapsed down with what looks to be mundane dirt and rocks and stuff. And to your right is an open doorway. There is no door
Oh, it's
visible.
open.
There is no door visible. And there is a blast mark on the ground in front of the door.
Have we
Uh,
been here before?
Oh, is it?
No, you have not been here before.
Okay, well, is there anything in the room that is not scorched dust?
So you look around the corner of the room, and you see a mechanized Baylor. Well, the top half of one, anyway. It looks to be cut off at the waist. And it's also not moving or glowing.
Oh, okay. Oh, are those, does it have, like, armored plate leggings or whatever?
Yeah, so you look inside the room, and you can see that in the middle of the room, it's on, like, this table. And it's just kind of, like, being supported by chains from the ceiling. And it's, like, cut from, like, the waist up. That's all you have. It's, like, the waist and above of it. And on a table to the left, you see one leg. On the table to the right, you see another leg that appeared to be made out of metal. The Baylor appears to be covered in the same metal plates that the other one that you fought was in, and has the same runes inscribed on it.
Okay, can we leave now?
Oh, it's just 2 legs. It's not like a Baylor. It's what's left. It's a corpse.
I'm surprised we haven't found any arachnotrons yet.
Shut up, man.
Well, that's the next level.
Alrighty, I'm gonna head out early, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep, you have a good night.
You're good. Have a good one.
Night. Take care, kick butt.
Yeah, I think I'm going too. Oh, good, you get Spectre back. So
Hey, spook.
All right, have a good night, mister.
See you, mister.
Have a good
Do you,
night.
do you think they have a mechanized serpentine infantry unit?
I don't know, but I would like to take this like as a sample. Maybe study the runes.
Okay, sure.
I really wish that filing cabinet wasn't fucked. How heavy is this? Just so I can write it down.
Let's see. It's a leg for a huge creature. It probably weighs close to 50 pounds.
All right.
So this is the lower half of the Baylor demon thing that we found?
No, it's the upper half of a Baylor demon. It looks like they were constructing 2 mechanized legs for it. But the Baylor appears to be dead.
Yeah, well.
Oh, this is completely mechanical. Is that what you're telling me?
The leg is, yes.
Oh.
Do they only have the one leg?
No, they had 2
there's
legs.
another
One
one
on one on the left side of the room, which has the right leg, and then the right side of the room has the left leg.
Yeah,
Dibs on
take
the
those
right leg.
legs for study.
Dibs on the right leg.
I already had the left leg.
Good. Then
I'm
I get the right
left-handed.
leg.
Did you Did you also claim the eye plates?
No, that's on the other side of that room that's trapped.
Hmm.
The plates, as far as I know, were mundane. I didn't see any runes in them right under.
You did not know.
And I did cast Identify through them.
Yes. It did not have the runes inscribed on the plate.
Yeah, so whatever spellsmith was responsible for magicking them didn't manage to do it. Well, I'm very glad that we didn't have a second Baylor to deal with, because, man, I was getting worried there that in the middle of investigating, we would get fucked. Are there any other doors, wooden doors, to
Not that you see,
investigate?
no. Looks like the hallway
Right.
ends in that collapse.
Fuck that filing cabinet. Ugh. Pity. Well, what other doors do we have under?
That's it. That's all the doors you found.
Oh, and then there's just a couple of really, really long hallways, right?
Well, there's that one really long hallway. It's like 500 feet long that goes to the other side of security of Annex 4 for the security door. You have not explored what's at the end of the hallways for 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Oh. Well, this looks like to be it for the fourth one. I say the thing that Under said. What's next plan of action, boss? Bosses. Bossai.
I mean, do we have any more rooms to check?
Not in this division.
Call it what it is. It's a bunker.
Well,
Yeah. There's 4 more to look through, but
we can safely call me intrigued, but out of curiosity, what did the lever say again?
Why can none of us remember this?
something for like rapid deployment.
Yeah, pull for rapid deployment, I think.
What was it set to when we found it?
It was neutral. It wasn't pulled or anything.
It was set to not rapid deployment.
So, we can take a few days to, I assume, slowly disintegrate our way into one of those if we don't want to pull the lever.
Well, I'm trying to think. You said that the hallways and the others had no oxygen?
Yeah, that's correct. The only reason why this one had oxygen, I assume, is because that hole was made by that big-ass fuck you crater. Otherwise, I assume that also would have been hermetically sealed.
How far apart are these doors? Like, were they all lined up one next to each other, or were they all pointing off in different directions?
They were all pointing off in different directions. The doors were in the second basement of the central government building in a 50-foot inscribed pentagonal circle. The doors are 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall and are in the center of each of the faces of the walls.
How long can your familiar hold its breath?
Not for very long, not even well, maybe half a minute. I believe it's a minimum of 30 seconds. It's got a negative con modifier.
How long would it take for it to fly from one end of this bunker to the other?
It's 500 feet. It would take it's 120 feet flying per round. That's dashing. It's got 5 rounds to do the thing before it starts suffocating. It would take more than 4 rounds. It would start suffocating by the time it reached the other side. Actually, I have an idea. Oh, wait, no. That allows for water breathing. That doesn't allow for breathing without oxygen. Never mind.
Is there a more durable familiar you could have that could get from one end of the room to the other for reconnaissance to see if there is an exit on the far end like there was with this one?
I'd have to look. That would give me a minute.
While Dean's doing that, I'm going to look for a way to open the blast door on this bunker.
Okay. I suppose you can make an investigation check.
I guess I will. I'll throw Bardic at that. Do I want to lucky it? Yeah, I'll lucky it. There we go.
Okay, so you search everything you can about this blast door. And from what you can tell, there is no latch, no hidden mechanisms, nothing that would open this door around it. You don't even know how it's closed.
Okay.
Okay, so I got something. It's really weird and unconventional, but it'll work.
I'm all for weird and unconventional. Let's hear it.
So I can give it an hour and change it familiar and have it turn into an octopus and then cast Longstrider on the octopus. It can hold its breath for half an hour. With a movement speed of 15 base with Longstrider, it should be able to have enough time to move around.
Can't just turn it into... Oh, no, wait, never mind.
How long was your familiar in the room before?
Like 1 round, the owl. Immediately, as soon as I realized it was devoid of oxygen, I got it out of there. Owls are pretty frail. Not that an octopus isn't, but its lung capacity is far greater than the owl's.
With my limited understanding of how physics works, as a character in a relatively medieval setting, but with high intelligence, does that sound more like there is an atmosphere that is not breathable to most species, or does it sound like there is no atmosphere at all in the room?
You mean a vacuum?
It wasn't a vacuum. The owl was breathing, but it felt like it wasn't helping any.
Okay.
There's some other gas taking up space in the room that's preventing them from being enough.
Yeah, if you can't get the construct in, then the octopus might as well try.
All
But why
right.
can't the construct get in?
Because the only way I'm getting around this is the familiar loophole, which allows me to teleport the familiar without line of sight.
Okay.
Like, I gotta have it pop in like 10 feet in front of the door.
Which the
haven't we
stone is
gone-
not proofed against.
It's so fucking weird how Find Familiar can do that shit.
I love that you picked the one thing that this door isn't immune to.
It's the cheapest spell too, like out of all the fucking things it blocks. Oh, okay. You guys don't. I'm gonna guess I'll take an hour and 10 minutes to do this thing.
Okay. What door is this going to be then?
Door number 1.
Okay.
But before we do things, let's get a couple things in order. One, I assume the familiar can breathe normally inside the pocket dimension, right?
Yes, the pocket dimension is not harmful to the familiar.
Okay. All right. In that case, since we're taking so fucking long to change the familiar, I'll have it benefit from my inspiring leader feat. That takes 10 minutes. Then pop it in, pop it out. After
Okay.
that, to refill the oxygen supply. And then I'll cast a Long Strider on it and Dark Vision to extend its Dark Vision.
Okay. So how long is its dark vision?
1 hour. Actually, no, 8 hours.
No, how
It's 30 feet.
how long in distance?
30 feet normally.
The spell Dark Vision gives it 60, I believe.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
All right. Long Strider, Dark Vision, Inspiring Leader. I think it's ready to go. I tell it to hold its breath and pop it to the other side, and tell it to venture into the unknown.
Okay. It pops on the other side and it starts venturing into the unknown. How fast is it?
It is a slow boy. It is 15 feet without dashing.
I assume it's dashing.
If it doesn't affect its oxygen, sure.
Yeah. We'll say it can do that. So it still takes, 16 rounds or so to get to the end?
It takes a while. We're going to be here for a while.
So that's like a minute and like a minute and a half or so to get down there. And it gets down to a T-junction eventually. Left and to the right, big one up on the wall. And on the floor is a bunch of skeletons.
Yep, same thing as before. Okay, it goes
More.
left.
More.
Oh, more.
There's probably a dozen here.
Alrighty. Well, the octopus goes left. I assume this thing circles just like the last bunker did.
What is your octopus's passive perception?
Let's see. Oh, it's an expert. Hold on.
Yeah, octopuses are pretty wise,
Oh, no. It's only a passive perception of 12.
but not
Okay.
that wise.
Yeah, it's not an expert in perception. It's an expert in stealth, apparently.
Okay. Then
And then it gets attacked.
I need your octopus to make a charisma saving throw.
The octopus might be in danger.
Your octopus's maximum hit points are reduced by 10.
Well, here's the thing. It's got 17 temporary hit points, but its maximum hit
matter.
points is 3. It gets oofed.
Yes. It dies, you lose connection to it.
All right.
You never
So-
see what happened. Like, it just dies, as far as you know.
Well, fuck.
Wait, so we can't just go around the outside to get to the other side of this door?
You
Like-
don't know of any way. You didn't see a big crater or anything to go into this one.
Oh, they don't connect to each other. Okay.
No, not that you know of.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it disappears.
Did whatever attack it reveal itself before or after, during it did that?
You did not see it. Or rather, the octopus did not see it. And if you pull it out and ask it, it did not see what happened. It just stopped existing.
Gotcha. Well, the octopus died. Something killed it. And I don't know what. I would have expected it to survive at least one blow with the drugs and shit. Must have been pretty strong.
Yeah.
It could be something with the hallway.
Yeah, it didn't even get sightline of what attacked it.
Did something attack it though? It could just be the hallway. Like the hallway is lethal.
I don't think so. I mean, did the octopus feel uncomfortable or something? Can I tell if it was an environmental effect?
No, you could not tell.
You
basically, your familiar got killed there. You have no idea how or why.
Gotcha.
Like, from your perspective, it was alive and then it was dead.
Well, I got more than a few of these to burn through. Are we willing for me to do this 3 more times on the different sealed bunkers?
But
I'm
that
fine with
said,
that.
I think we will call it here for the night.
All right.
But you guys get XP. You guys get a lot of XP.
Huzzah, for killing the thing.
Yes, for killing the thing. Let's see, how many of there are guys left on the roster? 8, huh? Okay.
How long has Forrest? When's the last time
7, 8.
Forrest has been on?
He was on a couple weeks ago to tell us that he was doing his required military service, and so he wouldn't be on for a while.
Ah,
Yeah.